What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Thursday to y'all. I've been nailing it with days this week. I'm 3 for 3. I have to say, 3 streams, right day every time. I don't know if that's ever happened before in the history of the stream, honestly. Bettymon, Kaiser Dope, Zeg Zelda, TJ Oregon, Mr. Tedious, welcome, 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 Zibs Iron, yo, yo, yo to you, Vermint, hello, good dude, welcome, good to see ya. Oh, we're doing it against my better judgment. Actually, I don't even know. I'm excited for this deck. I don't know if we'll win with it, but boy, if we do win it all with it, it's going to be sweet. And we got a good backup deck. Like, Hammer Time is like the perfect backup deck because it's fast and it's explosive and it's sweet. So maybe 2 modern decks today. We'll see how Zubera goes. Hopefully we get some wins with it. Hey, what's up, Lucas Dottle? How are you? How's everyone tonight? Zuberas are back. One of the jankiest tribes in Magic. I've always been skeptical about returning to Kamigawa, honestly, but if it means we get more Zuberas, I'm down. I will deal with a return to Kamigawa if we get another cycle of Zuberas. That would totally be worth it. Ooh, fun Jeskai control. Let me see, Ziv. You should send me your deck again. The Omni combo ultimatum deck at some point too. So how is everyone tonight? I'm hyped. We're playing Modern tonight. It's been a minute since we've Modern. Hopefully everyone's been doing well. Are you excited for Magic 100 years in the future? That Reddit post was so funny. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, it's really really well done. It's just super hilarious. Someone wrote this Reddit post, kind of satirical, humorous Reddit post about what Magic will be like 100 years in the future, and it's really good. I laughed out loud. I had to tweet it because it has some just like laugh out loud lines, like Afghanistan Mulligan, all the companions, like so many of the lines were just so good. But if you haven't seen it, it's on r/Magic TCG, and I also tweeted it. But yeah, I was cracking up when I read it this morning. I really was. It is. It is definitely one of the funnier Magic things I've ever read. So, you should read it out loud like an audiobook. Oh. Would that really be? The only thing is it's long. If it wasn't so long, I would. But it's actually pretty long. Probably too long to do that. And do you really want me Peeker who the lightning scry, Venuso Kadama of the space tree, Gardevoir? Like, what are these words? I swear, even 100 years in the future, I will be dead and gone, and Wizard's still gonna be making Magic names just to troll me. But the link, if you want to see it, I will post the link in there. It would be a great animation. It really would. Someone should get on that. They're Pokemon names. See, I gotta play more other games so I get these jokes. So, hey, what's up, Luzit? How are you? So anyway, tonight we are Zubera-ing and maybe hammer tying ing. Is Rakdos? Fun fact: the first deck made on Goldfish is a Rakdos Aggro Unleashed deck from January 2013. Ooh, that is. I did not realize that. I wonder who made the very first deck. We should send them a plaque or something. El Samuel, welcome to the Fishbowl. I wonder what my first deck was. Oh, I wonder how close to the beginning. Oh, I gotta look this up now. What is my first deck on Goldfish? Oh, bear with me. I gotta check this now. I have 148 pages of decks. What is my very first deck? Yes! Mariki Rebarrett Tiny Leaders. Oh, that is so perfect. What a time capsule. Who would have thought that it would be a Tiny Leaders deck? Deck 26, 262,000. Oh my god. What are the chances? Oh, Clash Pack Challenge, Budget Blue-Green Polymorph. Wow, the old days. Well, anyway, not enough time for that. Let's do our reminders and actually talk Magic. I'm blending into the background. Why am I blending into the background? That's not ideal. Hang on, let me look at this camera real quick and see. See if I can fix this blending into the background issue. Nope. Better? Better, maybe? Oh, no. Worse. I do look very bright. Did I improve it? I think I improved it. Am I better? Ha! Hello, everyone. Maybe that's better. Maybe it's worse. Who knows? When is the pizza stream? They're still working on it. It should be in the next couple of weeks. It is snowballed into something much bigger and scarier than I expected. Scary in the sense that I don't know how many pizzas are gonna show up in my house. But there's actually Tanos is like working on like a website, and it is spiraled into a really big thing, which it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a really fun, interesting special stream. So it's coming, but because it is developed past just like, oh, eating a pizza on stream to something a little bit bigger and more spectacular, it's taking a little bit longer. So anyway, everyone, let's do our reminders, talk about the deck we're playing, start playing Magic. So Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, if you missed it, we got to play some Song of Creation. And we actually won on turn 3 a lot. I think out of our matches, we won on turn 3, 41% of the time? Something like that, which that is not bad at all. 12 Taco Cat, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, Song of Creation is definitely busted. So if you haven't seen it, it's up on the YouTube. Check it out. The deck was sweet. The deck is super sweet. What's up, Tito? How are you? A reminder that our sponsor tonight is the ever awesome Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some magical cards. Magic the Gathering cards, that is. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. They got Ikoria pre-sales up now. You can snag them at Card Kingdom. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. They'll hook you up for free. Just let them know in your order notes that you want one. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream. Otherwise, merch page. Got tokens, t-shirts, playmats. The Discord is new and improved. Donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So, we're doing it, chat. We're doing it. We are bringing back Zubera. So someone mentioned that Zubera, they kind of work well with Lurrus. So that's why we're revisiting this deck. Lurrus, you know what it does? It seems play everywhere, but Lurrus lets you recast permanents that are converted mana cost 2 or less, 1 each turn. Well, what cycle happens to be permanents that are converted mana cost 2 or less and likes to go in the graveyard? That is Zubera, of course. We are Zubera-ing. Am I still signing cards? I am Paladin. Taking me a little bit longer because I'm not going out to my PO box as frequently as with all the like lockdown stuff in New York. But I am still doing that for sure. Psych Doctor, welcome to the Fishbowl. For the first time, thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So, we're starting tonight with Zubera Rally. If you've been following Against Odds for a while, we played a Zubera Rally deck a while ago, a few years ago, and we actually did okay with it, but that was like Modern in 2016 or 2017, in the old days of Modern. We'll see how it does today. So the idea of this deck, it's pretty simple. We are trying to get Zubera in our graveyard primarily. Zubera, I guess I should talk about them because they're not the most common creature type. So Zubera is this weird cycle of 2-drops. They're all 2-mana 1/2s. They're all Zubera, and they all have an ability that when they die, they do something for each Zubera that died this turn. The white one gains 2 life. The blue one draws us a card. The black one makes our opponent discard a card. The red one deals damage to whatever, any target. The green one makes a bunch of spirit tokens. So what we're trying to do with this deck is we can hardcast Zubera. We have a whole bunch of them. We have many Zubera because we want a bunch of them on the battlefield at once so they can all die in the same turn to generate an increasing amount of value. So Zubera's the core of the deck. What we really want to do though is get Zubera in our graveyard so we can get a whole bunch at once, like casting one on turn 2, another one on turn 3. That's pretty slow. Dog of Myth, handing out the gift subs to James Bolus, Alano, Blake Bellabood, and Tannerbus, and Longnap. Welcome you to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription, and Dog of Myth for handing some out. Big super cheer for our new subscriber. So, what we really want to do, though, is get them in our graveyard. We have Heteran Crabs to fill our graveyard. We have Stitcher Supplier to fill our graveyard. We have Satyr Wayfinders to fill our graveyard. So these cards, hopefully we'll be dumping Zubera in the graveyard, and then we can use Rally the Ancestors, For 4 mana, get back any of our creatures, any number. They all come back into play. Return to the ranks as a backup to reanimate them. Chowses, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big chip for you. Thank you. So we can reanimate them all. And then we have Zuberas here and also Carrion Feeder for sack outlets. And that's the deck. Zubera. Is this going to work? I don't know. I have no idea. I have literally no idea how it's going to line up with the current meta. Fingers crossed it does sweet things. The only other main deck card, Den Protector. Den Protector, I think, is actually pretty sweet with Lurrus. The idea is Den Protector can get back a Rally the Ancestors that we milled. And then Lurrus, since Den Protector is technically 2 mana, unless I'm misunderstanding the rules, we should be able to morph it, I think, because it is a permanent with converted mana cost 2 or less. So we should be able to morph it, flip it, get back a Rally the Ancestors, and then we can always sack it to Viscera, recast it again as a morph with Lurrus. And unless I am misunderstanding the rules there. Vincent Keys, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, we're starting with Zubera, but Hammer Time is our backup deck. So that is the plan. Sideboard, we need to be able to answer Graveyard Haste. So we have Assassin's Trophy. We have our own Graveyard Haste. Soul Guide Lantern works well with Lurrus to draw cards. Core Firewalker and Silent Chant for the burn matchup, which is really popular. Path to Exile for removal. Ashen Skin and Collective Brutality can be good against control. Of course, Lurrus, our grindy combo piece to keep casting Zubera. So let's Zubera it. Let's Zubera it and see... See if there's any chance this works. So many subs tonight. Thank you so much. Synecrity Live for the 2nd month. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Thank you. Got a little caught up with my thank youing there. All right, so Zubera first, and then I have Hammer Time as a backup in case Zubera just fizzles out or, ends quickly, is a epic disaster. Hopefully it's really sweet, though. Hopefully we at least get some sweet Zubera wins. Zaire for the 28th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. You're right on time, actually. We're just starting. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yes, the jank is here. This is very much an against the odds tribe, so we'll see how it goes. So how's everyone doing? I don't think much. What has happened in the Magic world in the last day? Oh, they just announced. I don't know if you saw this. How many of you, chat, have been playing Commander online, not on like Modo, but like with your webcam? Is that something that any of you have actually been doing? Yeah, I'm waiting for my pre-orders too. Hopefully, fingers crossed. They just announced Commander Fest online. Brian Gottlieb's article about constructed Magic is a big deal. Yeah, I want to read it, but I'm not a fan of paywalls, and it's on SCG, so I gotta wait a week. remind me in a week, because I do want to read it, because I've heard that it's really good. But I don't know. I hate paywalls. so I hate. Even if it's good content, I usually wait. Stream mode achieved. They just announced it at the Wizard stream. I believe it's June 6th. They're doing a Commander Fest online over webcams. Have a bunch of big-name Commander people doing it. Should be sweet. Got a box and a pre-release kit. That sounds sweet. Yeah, I didn't get a pre-release kit. I just got a box, but I'm excited to crack some packs and see what happens. If I send you a deck for you to sign, does it being one of your budget decks make up for the fact that it's infect? I will sign anything. People like signing me trolly cards to sign. I'm still very bright. Why am I so bright? Is it my lights that's the problem? What is the lightness issue here? You are right. I can see the lightness you're talking about. Why? Why are we so bright here? Oh wait, can I just turn this down? Hey, there's a brightness. Did you realize that? There's a brightness command. It actually says brightness, and you can turn it lower. Am I less bright? How's that? Is that less bright? That now I look more like a person instead of some sort of eerie ghost. There we go. Let's ooh. That's awkward. Okay, we will put Return to the Ranks, our mana. Sketchy mana. Am I pack opening on cam? Maybe. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a video or something. Hmm. All right, let's just Hallowed Fountain see what we draw. I don't really want to name Satyr, but we will name Satyr if we have to. You like the eerie glow better? The warm, glowing, warming glow? Yeah, we might end up having to make this Satyr Wayfinder uncounterable. Ooh, humans. This could be a good matchup. Maybe. Oh, that's better. Polluted Delta, Crack Polluted Delta. Overgrown Tomb. Satyr Wayfinder. Well, okay. We whiffed, but we milled many Zubera and a sack outlet. So that's not the end of the world. Awesome games, but your accent is so annoying. Not a fan of my accent. My lovely upstate New York accent. Mountain. Ooh, what's your exam, Corenzo? I don't think I have an accent, but whoa, Yama Killer, a host with 201 views. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the host. Does mispronouncing words count as an accent? I don't think so. I think my voice. I have heard people say that. That some people just don't like my voice. there was a couple of really brutal ones. It happens like with the with the companion video that a lot of people that don't know me ended up watching. Oh no, our rally. But when something like the companion video comes out, then you get people that get critical of the voice, which I mean, I'm used to it. It doesn't actually. I actually think it's kind of funny because my voice. It's not like I can. Like, what am I gonna do? It's not like I can just give myself a different voice. Your voice has grown on me. I've heard that from other people too. That it does get better. It ages like fine wine. We'll name Zubera. Now our opponent knows what's going on, but well, I guess they already knew that. Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. Zubera. Mill some cards. I mean, worst case, we can, I guess, play Lurrus and start casting stuff from our graveyard. If we can get to the point where we can rally, we need to kill this kite sail somehow. What type of cheese should we add to Seth's voice sampler? Oh, start imitating Richard? Richard just has a normal voice. How do you even imitate Richard? What does Richard say? Oh no. Meddling Mage. We don't really have removal. Are they gonna name Lurrus? We wanted that Lurrus. Opponent. Tisk. Okay. Oh, we're getting stacks. We're getting stacks out of the game. I'm speculating that the companion mechanic may be banned in Legacy. Well, we do know that girlfriend forbid me to watch your video streams in bed as she called you esganacado, annoying as heck. I will say that I've heard that from other wives and girlfriends. That is common feedback. That is common feedback. But then there are some. Occasionally, I will have couples like come up to me at a GP and they'll say, "Oh, like I know, you always talk about how wives and girlfriends hate your voice, but I actually love your voice." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. It's nice that not everyone hates it." Have you found the emphasis on digital magic to be a positive for the game given our situation? Ooh. I think there's positives and negatives, I would say. I think there are upsides to digital. There's also drawbacks to digital. I don't know if you saw this, and this isn't confirmed yet. It's still it's kind of like a rumor at this point. But did you see there's like a tweet and also like a Reddit post about players tours moving to Arena, at least for the time being? And then prizes potentially being cut for those. What do you think about that? I think my initial reaction, like assuming that is what happens, because again, rehashing, it's a rumor, so who knows? They said that the actual announcement was supposed to be next week or something, so maybe it's gonna be not true. Who knows? But I think I would take. My fiance finds you to be the nicest streamer. Oh well, I take that as a compliment. Nicest streamer is a. I can live with that. That is a. I would like to be known as the nicest streamer. The nicest streamer with the best beard who mispronounces the most words. I'll take anything along those lines is fine. uh, I mean, I assume they make way more money off paper, honestly, because I can't imagine. I can't imagine that Arena makes that much money. Honestly, favorite snack. Who? The one thing that is going to be super interesting if they do this pro tour is, yeah, I have never understood why people are mean to their audience. I don't get it. I really don't. Like, y'all are awesome. You're the reason that I can stream. Like, why would I be mean to you? My theory has always been to, and I guess it kind of fits my personality because I think I just tend to be nice to people anyway. That's like how I try to live my life outside of streaming. But I'll never understand why people are mean or like less than patient or whatever with the people that support them by showing up to watch them and hang out with them and interact with them. Like, it blows my mind. Like, I mean, if it works for you, that's fine. I don't want to criticize anyone in specific, but to me, it seems I always like, ugh. I mean, being blunt is one thing. That is, sometimes bluntness is necessary, but I always want to try to be patient. Also, I think it's partly because I do like budget magic and stuff, which is kind of new player focused. So I get questions that are new player questions sometimes, and sometimes I saw this on Twitter sometimes where someone asks a question that's kind of dumb and people kind of like, read the card, you idiot, and like just kind of, I don't know. To me, oh, can we win? Does this win us the game? Oh man. Okay, wait. Hold that story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 5. We kill this. We kill. Wow, this gives us a shot. Jimmy the Mo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So we will. Let's see. One. We're gonna get them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to us. Mill some cards. Okay, now we gotta navigate our way through this. So this deals damage. This deals damage. This empties our opponent's hand. We don't have any life gain. This is gonna draw us. Okay, so we will maintain priority. I think we do it on our opponent's. I think we just do it now. We sack them all at the same time, essentially. Their triggers are all going to be on the stack. So we sacrifice Floating Dream Zubera. We sacrifice Dripping Tongue. Sacrifice Ashen Skin. Sacrifice Ember Fist. Sacrifice Ember Fist. Sacrifice. Ashen Skin. Alright, get some triggers. Opponent, hand gone. Hopefully, unless they top deck, we're good. Surge Slayer for the first time. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So we get to scry. Land to the bottom. Kill that. Get back rally. Scry. Land to the bottom. Kill that. Dripping Tongue. Alright, let's put this on the bottom. Scry. Stitcher Supplier, bottom. I don't even know what we're looking for. Get a bunch of tokens. Stitcher Supplier, bottom. Draw a new hand. Scry. Satyr Wayfinder, sure. Alright, Cavern of Soul on Zubera. Is this enough? Is this enough to win the game? Well, we'll pass the turn. Oh, that was so good. ATM Plazo for the 4th month. What is our opponent top deck? Not a hasty flyer. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As long as we live, we get to run it back with Rally, and that should win the game. We'll also have the life gain next time if we want it. And we can sack these Stitcher Suppliers. Oh, that was good. That was so good. What's my favorite snack? Healthy snack, blueberries. Unhealthy M&Ms, maybe? Oh, that was super good. Pizza Bagel Guy. Do you enjoy the arguments to your points made by hostile or by Hoogland, or they come off as hostile? So I do not mind basically anything anyone says Magic related is not going to offend me. Jeff has a very blunt attitude. I've said this before. I have a lot of respect for Jeff, and he definitely knows his Magic, but I see it like we're kind of the same way with London Mulligans. We see it very differently, and I know that like sometimes the way some comments can come across like on social media, it sounds like angry or hostile, but my feeling is that we just disagree about a Magic thing. It's to me at least, and I guess you'd have to ask Jeff how he feels. But I assume it's the same. But to me, it's not 100% not No, did they hit another hasty flyer? To me, it's 100% not personal. General Kudrow. Okay. This doesn't kill us, though. It puts us to 1. Sure. They eat a Zubera. Opponent. Gets in, hits us to 1. Uh-huh. We'll take it to 1. We untap. Oh, this turn's going to be very good. Very, very good. So we get to untap. We will Viscera, sack Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. And we'll put that to the bottom. Viscera, Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. Alright. And then, wait, how do we win this? Edstep, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey, what's up, Himrak? That's awesome that you've started streaming. That's super sweet. Alright, how do we do this to win the game? We need 4 mana. So we can play Satyr Wayfinder? Or do we just... How many Zuberas do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess we just gain life. Gaining 9 feels good. We don't win, though? We make a bunch of dorks. Alright, let's play... Well, I guess we're good either way, right? Let's... Alright. In that case, let's Satyr Wayfinder. Satyr Wayfinder, mill more cards. Get a land. Play the land. Play another Viscera Seer. Pass the turn. No attacks. Upkeep. Rally. The Ancestors. Get everything back. Rally X2. Here they come. Mill some cards. Stop on our opponent's draw step. All right, hang on. I can't see chat right now. We got to navigate this turn, and then I will look back at chat. So, stop on our opponent's draw step. Draw step. Sacrifice, discard Zubera. Get rid of whatever our opponent drew. $14 cards in our deck, so we have to also not mill out. That is also a concern. We could have reanimated during our turn. It doesn't really matter. But we want to wait to sack stuff on our opponent's turn. So opponent's going to try to Vial, but we are going to sack another discard Zubera. Get rid of whatever they're vialing. We scry. Oh, that's Rally. Okay. Okay, that should do it. Now we should be good for sure. Opponent's out of cards. Yeah. Oh, we did it. We did it. Zuberas are doing it. Put it on top. So we've sacked 2 Zuberas so far. We can use a red Zubera to kill the Mantis Rider. All right, so sacrifice Floating Dream. Draw some cards. Okay, there's the Rally. And another Rally. Sacrifice Ember Fist. Sacrifice kill Mantis Rider. Yeah. Catastrophe for the 36th month and Northern Vanguard for the 23rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. All right, so stuff's down. Keep the Rally. About it. Passing. All right, so end of turn. We need to... We gotta not mill out. Sacrifice Black Zubera. I think we let the blue one go away now. Sacrifice Green Zubera. Sacrifice Red Zubera. Hit our opponent. Sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. Sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. Sacrifice Satyr Wayfinder. And Hedron Crab. And Hedron Crab. And Den Protector. We gotta sack them all or they get exiled forever. Carrion Feeder. Hedron Crab. And Viscera Seer. Alright. So we do some scrying. Not that it matters. Top. Oh, this is happening. Top, top, top. Top, top, top. I mean, it doesn't... Actually, let's go bottom. Because it's going to get milled. That makes more sense. Sure, you get milled. Stitcher Spire mills 3. Zubera, keep it on top. Gets milled. Zubera, keep it on top. Opponent gets pinged to 13. We get a ton more dorks. Yeah. Keep it on top. Opponent has to discard. Keep it on top. Untap. 5 cards in our deck. Stuff goes away. Sure. Rally the Ancestors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get it back, get it back. Here they come. Zubera! Yeah. Sure. So we get milled a bit. The rest of our deck, which is fine. And then we just... Viscera Seer, sack you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Zubera combo. We actually just, like, stomped humans. Through our opponent Meddling Mage, one of our combo pieces. Sack you. Go into the face. Sack you. Sack you. We will not sack the card draw, Zubera. But we will sack the life gain ones, because it's technically correct. And we gotta go all the way. Like, we're doing this. We're going all the way. Alright. And now, our opponent dies. Yeah. I appreciate our opponent letting us show the kill. Oh, that Zubera was so much damage. Wow. Oh, that was so good. When was the last time you shame scoop? Saw a Chatter's player shame scoop during Against the Odds match. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There's a match coming up on YouTube that there's a match coming up on YouTube where I should have shame scoop for sure. I am not looking forward to the comment. Well, I kind of am, honestly, but there's gonna be some some good comments. Oh yeah, Zubera's sweet. If they just ban Lurrus on Monday, do you think that's enough? Well, nothing's getting... Hammer Time will have Lurrus as well, assuming we get to it. If we play all grindy Zubera matchups, who knows? Oh yeah, you get to yell at me for sure. Would just banning Lurrus be enough? So we know the BNR on Monday is not impacting Modern, Pioneer, Standard. So Legacy and Vintage... It'll be interesting to see what happens in Legacy and Vintage. I think that Lurrus is definitely the biggest deal there. I would have preferred, at a minimum, Lurrus getting banned in all formats. Not standard, but all non-standard formats. I think for me, that would have been kind of the minimum that I was hoping for. Trim. Bring in the pass. What graveyard hate are they going to have? Do we need to bring in Assassin's Trophy? I guess we can bring in a copy. of Assassin's Trophy for another crab. Try it like that, I guess. I still think more bannings will probably be necessary. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Hack. Or Himrack. How has the first month of streaming been going? And what formats have you been playing? Also, where can people find you, Himrack? My family loved your patch shout out on Loot Tree Bird. Ooh, awesome. I'm glad they enjoyed it. Are you going to do the online Commander Fest? I haven't actually thought about it. It just was announced. Maybe? Possibly. One of your comments ideas for Omnispell Ultimatum Storm. Ooh, let me see, David. Yeah, sorry, the combo is takes a few clicks and is time consuming, so it's hard to see the chat during the combo turns. Oh, another Stitcher supplier. All right, let's just play the Triome. Go. It's similar to the budget deck. It was an against odds deck actually. The biggest upgrade is Lurrus. Honestly, Lurrus seems pretty good for the deck. Omnispell Storm. That's definitely a really cool idea. The turns when you storm off into an ultimatum sound like they should be spectacular. Opponent, wow, they're all about shutting down our Lurrus, I guess. So let's just play a land. Hardcast to Zubera. Pass the turn. Boy, they are really about shutting down our companion. How to make the Omni Storm deck more competitive? That's a tough one, David. It's just such a fast standard. Like, I feel like you have most of the things I would play. I imagine the trouble is Thousand Year Storm just getting like bounced and countered. Same with Omnispell Adept. Or just getting run over by aggro. You have removal for aggro. Maybe you could squeeze in a sweeper or two, but I feel like it's just kind of like an against the odds theme. So I don't think there's any way to just make it busted. But I feel like you got a pretty good attempt at it. I was playing last night Pioneer Cycles, and my opponent was playing Hardened Scales. All right, there's Ooh, that's a fast clock. Booster Therapy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Competitive yet spicy, $100 to $300 modern deck should I look to make. I have budget, infect, and sack and whack. Thoughts? I thank you so much for the resub. I think those are both good options. Let me get back to that one. Opponent was playing Hardened Scales. Opponent tapped to cast Hangerback Walker. I countered, only realized I cast it for 0 to play around counters on Moto. Do you think that kind of gamesmanship is cheating? That does not offend me personally, no. They cast it, so they cast a Hangerback for 0 to try to bait you into playing a counter, basically. If I'm understanding that right, that doesn't particularly. I mean, it is tricky, but I don't think that's across the line in my opinion. I would say. I'm interested what chat thinks. $100 to $300 modern decks that are spicy and competitive. What else is on the budget modern list in that range? It seems like modern has gotten more expensive recently with companions and whatnot. What is in the $100 to $300 range? I'm trying to think of what tier decks are there. It'd probably be like Boggles, maybe Storm. Some of the budget Hollow One decks we've played have been very good. Like the Hollow Herald deck, even the original Hollow One deck, those are really good, and they're around $100. Emiria decks, like Soul Hoarder Emiria decks, are pretty fun too. I'm playing best of one Kaya Ultimate with Ashiok combo with Abash. It's super quick if people don't understand what Ashiok do with Fabled Passage? You want to see a list? Yeah, is it, Matt? I would love to. I would love to take a list. Oh yeah, the Prowess deck is a good one too. Pump Fake on mana is sketchy, but you'll see mana in 0 spell. I think it's just something to get used to with the. Oh no, the humans keep getting bigger. Oh, we're getting. Well, this is a frightening draw. General Kudrow seems pretty good in our opponent's deck. They get to exile the Zubera. So how can we get out of this? Can we even get out of this? Opponent combat. Attacks with everything. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot of damage. We will just block here and mill some cards. We go to 4. We need to find a rally, I guess. So we mill a rally. We untap. Marsh Flats. Well, Watery Grave. Untapped. Down to 2. Play Visirasir. Play Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. I mean, I think we still have a shot. We're not dead yet. Zubera. Because we can sack our board, scry, draw 3. If we can hit and resolve a rally, I think we still have a shot here. We're obviously not in ideal shape, but I think we have hope. There's hope. There's hope. Hey, welcome, Ark. Glad to have you. Oh no, is this Mantis Rider? Yeah, there's Mantis Rider. Well, we're still not dead. We're not dead. We still have a plan. Will the plan work out? We will see. We get a lot of shots at it. We might actually not even be in that bad of shape, honestly. Vote it. I mean, it's definitely tricky, the Moto 0 mana thing, and I wouldn't do that, but I don't know if I would consider that cheating. Like, do you consider... Oh, here's another one. Do you consider the, like, good gaming your opponent on Arena to try to get them to make, like a bad attack and, like, lure them into it? Does that count as cheating? So opponent attacks with everything. We will block here, block here, block here, block here. We will do some sacking. So we sacrifice. How do we do this? Sack Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. Scry. We got to find a rally. Path Exile doesn't do it here. Well, now we get to sack a Zubera. Sack a Zubera. Sack a Zubera. Okay, we draw 3. No rally. We scry. Not a rally. We gain some life. Oh, rally. We need a rally. Oh, it's a rally. That's a rally. That's a rally. Okay, hope is back. Hope is back. Pettyma, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Passes. So we're at 10. Play Windswept. Play Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Oh man, are we gonna win this? Are we gonna win this? We will grab a Hollowed Fountain down to 7. We will play Stitcher Supplier to mill some cards. We will sack Stitcher Supplier to mill some cards. We will scry. It's going to get milled anyway. We will rally the ancestors. X2. Get him back. Yeah, we do have to not time out. That is true. Mill some cards. Mill some cards. Mill some cards. So we pass the turn. Stop on our opponent's draw step. We will sacrifice a bunch of Zuberas. Life gain Zubera. Oh, we're gonna draw too many cards. That was a mistake. Yeah, we got to be careful about not milling out, honestly. Okay, so let this resolve. We did mess this up slightly. Okay, there's return to the ranks. Viziris here bottom. All right, not looking at the chat. We got to not time out. We got to not time out. I'll be back momentarily. Scry. Cavern bottom. And now we can sack Ashen Skin Zubera. Sack Ashen Skin Zubera. Sack Silent Chant Zubera. Sack Ashen Skin Zubera. Sack Dripping Tongue Zubera. Sack Dripping Tongue Zubera. Sack Ember Fist Zubera. Face. Opponent goes to 6. Stitcher Spire bottom. Make a bunch of dorks. Oh, we got him! We got him! Zubera! Zubera! Oh, we've sacked 10 Zubera this turn. That's 20 spirit tokens. Opponent's got to discard infinite cards, 30 cards. We're going to gain 20 life. That's game! That's game! Yeah, we had to let the blue one resolve so we didn't mill ourselves out. But it still worked out. The way we did it was fine. We have Dead Protector to get back... We have Den Protector as our way to hopefully get it back, but Noxious Revival could be fine too. Cavern bottom. I don't even think we really need to do much else. Satyr Wayfinder bottom. Because we can use these spirits to return to the ranks. Yeah, we'll keep Emberfish, sure. We're up to 47. Yeah, all right, opponent, your go. Your go. It's working. It's working. They are a really sweet tribe. You can hit us, Mantis Rider. That is acceptable. We will take the 5. It is, getting the stack right is tricky. It definitely is. I think you use Phantasmal Image in the deck. Ooh, Phantasmal Image actually sounds like it could be a good option. Opponent. Passes. Our stuff gets exiled, sure. And we'll be respectful. Go to combat. Attack. And you die? Here comes the spirits? Opponent blocks. Blocks. Why is our opponent playing it out? Are they just like purely hoping that we're going to time out? Is that the whole plan here, that we're going to time out? It worked. It actually really worked. You should play Zubera Storm on Commander Clash again. Ooh, wait, did I play Zubera Storm on Commander Clash? Yeah, we played, I brewed a Zubera rally deck for Against the Odds, like, years ago. And then, because of Lurrus, someone was like, oh, you should play Zubera again with Lurrus. So I updated it, thanks to Lurrus. So yeah, it is a deck I built. Whew, that was good. That was good. Oh, Zubera, sweet. We just crushed the humans. Absolutely crushed them. Okay. Off to a good start, I will say. Not bad at all. I forgot how fun this deck was when it goes off. It is spectacular. So did I miss any important chat messages? I'm sorry. I really hate when I can't look at chat because the whole reason I stream is to interact with all of you. So I hate when I can't look at chat, but we would have timed out there. Yeah, the Song of Creation deck. I think the Song of Creation definitely has a chance to be a real card in Modern. Oh man, if we could 5-0 with this and get the list published, that would be so sweet. Or just look better as a Card Kingdom 10 days ago, still as a ship, not met at Card Kingdom, just frustrated with COVID. Yeah, I think they're still having issues with their warehouses and stuff being shut down because of the COVID thing. But yeah, definitely is no fun, the whole COVID thing. Just created my first MTG content today on Twitch. I used Gabby's video to get set up, and it was super easy. Did a variety stream video games. Magic D&D is better, or do you think it's better to specialize? Oh, do you think variety streaming? So we are Venom. I think it really depends on you. Like, I have seen people be successful in both ways. There's successful variety streamer. There's successful specialized streamers. I have always been pretty specialized in Magic, but I also mostly play Magic. So for me, that was just like a natural fit because if I got free time, I'm probably playing Magic anyway. So, like, literally, I think this is funny, but back before I started creating content, and I was, like, in college and living normal life, I think I played more Magic then, even, as crazy as that sounds, or at least as much Magic as I do now with it being my, like, full-time streaming job. Any chance of, so it really depends on what you enjoy playing. All that to say, we are Venom. Any chance Song of Creation go into Legacy? I think it could. You could combo off very effectively with it and get it down even faster. You do have the force of will issue, where that could be a bit of an issue, but you can play your own force of wills. Best deck to get to, well, that's not gonna work. Have some Zuberas, but no lands to cast them. Ooh, I think we're gonna keep this. We can fill our graveyard. Ugh. That's so sketchy. Do we even keep this? It's so bad. Do you remember where you were for your first game of MTG? I very much do. Okay, this is arguably better. We will keep Zubera bottom. Stitcher supplier bottom. Alright, give it a go. Give it a go. Is our opponent companioning? They are. Opponent is Lurrusing. So my first game of Magic, I learned Magic with my roommate when I was in college. Played Magic, didn't know anything about Magic really. Didn't even know that he played Magic, and then showed up with a big box of Magic cards one day from his like mom's basement or something, and I didn't play for a long time. I was like playing in bands, and I was kind of like, oh, what is? I had played strategy games going up, like Axis and Allies and different games, like war strategy games and stuff. So I like strategy games, and I liked poker. I also played poker. But Magic was, I don't know, I'd never really been super into like fantasy stuff. That just wasn't my scene. So I was a little skeptical, and I kind of like watched it for a while, and I was like, I don't know. And eventually for me, what eventually happened is I realized just like how sweet of a strategy game it was. So when I first started playing Magic, I used to say like, even if the cards like didn't have any art, didn't have any flavor, like the game is just so good. Like I wouldn't care. It could be like a deck of playing cards, but the deck was so good. But eventually the flavor gets you too. So that was how it started with me, was just purely as a strategy game. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. Wow. Okay, well, we milled our opponent for no reason. Oh, that's what I get for telling stories. Oh, community poker tournament would be fun. I don't get to play nearly as much poker as I would like anymore. I used to play online, but then they made it well, I don't play. I play casually with friends in person, but I used to play online poker until they made it illegal in New York. So I haven't been able to play real online poker legally in New York for a long time, which is sad. Godless Shrine tapped. Mill ourselves. Yeah, that was milling our opponent. Well, we got rid of that giver of runes, but milling our opponent was definitely not. That was not smart. Stitcher supplier. Mill ourselves. Hey Seth, I'm wondering what your Moto avatar. You switched it up a little at Arena, but that one's always been there. That is Peacekeeper. It is an old Weatherlight card that I've always really liked. It's kind of a prison piece. I believe it's a two mana zero power creature, I want to say. Like a zero two, something like that. But basically it makes it so creatures can't attack, and you have to pay 2 each turn to keep it alive. So I don't know. I said it there because I liked the card a long time ago, and I've just never changed it. Are we getting comboed already? So opponent tutored up Lurrus, Devoted Druid. We don't actually have a removal spell. Well, we might have a bad one. So we're going to need to play this land, mill Zubera and sack outlet, and then rally, I think, is our best hope. That milling of our opponent was super bad. Now, Marsh Flats is actually good. Marsh Flats, mill ourselves. Crack it. Oh, come on. Sack outlet. Sack outlet. We need a sack outlet. Get a plains. Mill ourselves. No sack outlet. Well, in that case, well, if they got the combo, we're dead. We can't stop it, and we don't have a sack outlet. We might lose because we milled our opponent for 3 that one turn. That might actually be the game. We get to recast a Stitcher Supplier, mill ours out. We'll see. If we mill a sack outlet here, that punt on turn 1 would be the game. Okay, at least we didn't mill a sack outlet, so the punt doesn't do it. Have you posted the deck list for this deck? I've played your previous Zubera deck months after you played it at Much Brew, a couple of tweaks. Yes, it is in the chat. Do I own any reserve list cards? Okay, so opponent definitely has their combo. Okay, so that's Gabe. So just so you understand before we scoop, opponent, infinite mana. Well, that's even more simple. I was gonna say they get to infinite mana Lurrus, Duskwatch Recruiter, draw their deck, but instead they just infinite mana Walking Ballista, and we will scoop it up. Well, our punt did not. My punt did not actually ruin it, thankfully. I guess that's true. We did shuffle. Do I own any reserve list cards in paper? So I own 2 types of reserve list cards. One are just like random bulk rare reserve list cards that I just ended up with from buying people's collections. Ooh, we have a new donation from we are Venom, $5 donation. Hey Seth, thank you for the positive upbeat content. I've been watching your YouTube for years, and it's been fun joining the last few streams. P.S. Godzilla lands are sweet. Godzilla lands are sweet. And thank you, We Are Venom, for the donation and the kind words, and for joining the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Icy Doc for the 21st month. Doing homework, I need a number between 10 and 20. Icy Doc. All right. I'm gonna go 16. Let's go 16. Yeah, 49. Still 49. Oh, we got to bring in removal. So I own two groups of reserve list cards. One is like bulk rare style reserve list cards that are just parts of all the random Magic cards I have. The only like good reserve list cards I own is I bought one of those grab bags from Jeremy, Missouri MTG. There was, I forget what it was. It was when they announced Mythic Edition last fall, and it was like $400. And Jeremy made a tweet that was like, you give me the $400 instead, I'll send you a grab bag that's worth more than that. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure, that could be fun. So I thought it might make a video or something. So I did that and ended up getting a Mox Diamond was one of the three cards that was in the grab bag. So that's the one like good reserve list card I own. But otherwise, it's mostly just bulk rares. 41 seconds. Yeah, Brutality's probably fine, too. We could even, if we had to, Assassin's Trophy. Oh, we gotta cut stuff, though. We're gonna run out of time. We'll go down to Crab. We'll go down to Crab. We'll go down to Satyr Wayfinder. And one Silent Chant Zubera. Go like that. Oh, that is my one good card. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. It's not a card I really play in Commander. So I don't know what to do with it. The sweetest card I got, though, was a Beta Demonic Tutor. That one I'm definitely going to use in Commander. The grab bag was actually insane. It had Beta Demonic Tutor, Beta Icy Manipulator, and then... yeah. And then, we'll keep this. And then the, Mox Diamond. We have a new donation from Icy Doc. I think I heard you say 20. I don't hear very well. Well, Icy Doc, $20 donation. Your homework has been very profitable for me. Thank you so much. You should stay in school. Yesterday I went 5-0 with a 14-card sideboard with Witch's Cottage and 4-color Shadow Zoo. What do you think? Ooh. I mean, that makes sense. I think 4-color Shadow is pretty good. How did you have a 14-card sideboard? Did you like forget to have Lurrus as your companion or something? If you didn't have Lurrus, that would be impressive. Did I seriously get a Gillette? I gotta figure out how to ban Gillette ads. No shaving ads here. I think, do you get ads if you're subbed? I don't think you do, right? Isn't that one of the perks of being subbed? Or like having Amazon Prime? Or did they change the Prime thing where you still get ads now? Another new donation. So many donations. Thank you so much. Ooh, Birds of Paradise. All right. Yeah. Well, we have a pass so we can disrupt the combo the first go-around at least. We have a new donation from, let's just cavern on Zubera. New donation from Day and Wildfire. How are you tonight, Doug? How was the Commander life? Played against a content creator last night in Brawl. With only one card left in my library, I killed her with Expansion Explosion for Xaxes. Ooh. Well done. How do you like Brawl, Doug? How do you all like Brawl? What do you think about the Brawl format? Should you sell your reserve list cards? What reserve list cards you got, MTGA kid? Alright, opponent has Devoted Druid. Sure. Passes. Let's Godless Shrine. Untapped. Satyr Wayfinder. Mill some cards. Get a land. Pass the turn. Where's our rally? I like Historic Brawl. More answers, maybe Standard Brawl when rotation happens. I actually said that with I think it was GP Vegas last year when I was talking to some Wizards people, and Brawl came up, and that was my feedback. Like, I think Brawl in Arena should just be historic. Like, I think that would make the format much better. Hey, what's up, McGarry? How are you tonight? Good to see you. Does anyone play Tiny Leaders on Moto? I don't think so. I think it is just it has just died. Brawl is more fun than standard, but that's not saying much. Yeah, I guess that's true. So opponent gets untapped. I'm discovering that some of my EDH decks are in faults of reserve list cards I managed to obtain. Zubera tier. I don't think they're tier, but we did crush humans in round one. Absolutely just destroyed them. Although I'm a little nervous about where we're at now. Oh. All right. So opponent full combo. I guess we could have played around that. That's just not a card. Not a card that was on my radar. So opponent gets back devoted druid with haste. So now they go infinite. And we'll see if they got a finisher. Commander is doing great, debating what to build next. I watch Matlock and go to bed, no questions. Sound like my grandmother. Opponent asked if they show the win if I would scoop, and I said yes, so we'll see. Zubera is sweet. This match, we haven't had the answer. Maybe we should have passed during our opponent's turn. Postmortem Lunge was just not a card I was thinking I needed to play around, but I have a misprinted Floating Dream Zubera. What is a misprint? That's really sweet. I don't have like any misprints. I think I have like a couple. I will. I remember back when I was buying collections. I bought this collection and it had a misprinted one of like the early Commander decks, I believe, and I didn't do anything with it, but I wish I did because it was really misprinted. But I just didn't. I didn't actually realize about like that misprints were so valuable at the time. So I think I just mixed it in with all other cards. And the thing I hate most in Commander, why do we need a ban list for a fun format? So I think that having a ban list for Commander makes sense. Like you need to have people playing the same game. I think when you have a good night, TQ. I think when you go to like a Magic Fest or something, you need people to have shared rules for something like that. Very pale again. Why? What is it with this pale thing? Huh? Wow! Oh my goodness! Oh, huge donation. Well, I will turn on the brightness more. I thought we had this fixed, but apparently not. I don't know why we keep having a holy $100 donation. McCary 1210 $100 donation. Hey Seth, if the Arcades Commander deck is big butts, then is the Zedora deck big? Zedrafa deck big? You know what's? Oh, McCary. Well, I mean, yes, I guess technically. Thank you so much for the donation. The slightly questionable donation. I need the robot voice. We have many Zuberas, also a carrion feeder. What will it take for Soul Ring and Mana Crypt to be banned? I think that would be one of the easiest ways to improve the format, personally. Ban Soul Ring, ban Mana Crypt and Mana Vault. That is the rules we play with on Commander Clash, and I have been very happy with them. Opponents. I never see people play Grim Monolith. I feel like Grim Monolith is less problematic for me because it's expensive. It's 2 mana. Oh, opponent's playing creature free control by the looks. Well, we have many Caverns of Souls. We will play, I think, let's play Drippy. Drippy's our least powerful Zubera at the moment. If we can set up a situation where we can wrath our opponent's hand with this, that would be an effective way to win this game. No attacks because of Snapcaster. No, you can't ban Panharmonicon. What card? All right, chat. What card? If you could ban any one card in Commander, what would it be? What would it be? Number 1 card to ban. I know Soul Ring is contentious. It definitely is. When I say Soul Ring, people get mad about it, but it seems like a lot of people agree. Balance is banned, right? Command Tower offends me less than Arcane Signet because lands are expensive. So at least I could see the argument that it helps people play good lands without spending a lot of money. Blood Moon, I've thought about, as much as I love Blood Moon, it's literally one of my 2 favorite cards in all Magic, I have thought about pushing for it to be banned on Commander Clash. Just because... good luck. Just because I don't think it makes for... Especially... Ooh, that's not the worst. I don't think it makes for especially appealing content, honestly. I'm not sure that it does. Flip it. So we can start attacking our opponent's hand at some point. No reveal. Opponent's going to path Carrion Feeder. Well, alright. That means we have to sack Carrion Feeder. We get a Zubera, Pluto Delta, go to combat. The other annoying thing about this is our opponent can have Terminus, and putting all of our stuff to the bottom of our deck is way worse than just wrathing our board. I think in general, the Commander ban list doesn't make complete sense to me, but... Ooh, Google Hangouts Commander, that could be fun. Opponent. Jason. Oh, we don't have a way to kill it at the moment. Gotta get rid of this Jace. Opponent's drawn too many cards. Way too many cards. Ban Wall of Flesh. What about Magus of the Moon? Run over Blood Moon because it's easier to interact with. Yeah, I think Magus of the Moon is definitely the safer or less powerful of the moon effects, just for that reason. You actually can interact with it. Let me draw a Swamp. Opponent's got to be setting up for Terminus, right? Well, I guess we have to play Lurrus. Oh, I don't know if we can waste this Cavern. It's so bad. I don't mind Ristic Study. I just never pay. Yeah, opponent's playing Miracles. Miracles is apparently making a comeback. Miracles was the deck we had that awesome run on Team Modern Super League with. I think that was probably one of the highlights of my more competitive Magic playing. That was a good episode. Stasis, Witter Orb, Static Orb. Yeah, those are definitely miserable cards. Opponent's got to be setting up for Terminus, right? I guess Terminus is going to beat us regardless. Well, play the Swamp, Carrion Feeder. Alright. Well, go to combat. Attack Jace. Our deck is very resilient to Wraths, but Terminus it is not resilient to. Is Heuristic Study really overpowered, though? Supposed to pay for the good of everyone. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I guess this is most likely just game. No sack. Yeah, this is tough. Terminus in specific is just insane. If it was a Wrath, whatever, we're still winning by a mile, but Terminus in specific, we don't have a good way of beating that. So we make our opponent discard a couple cards, we lose our board, but our opponent still has Jace, and they still have counterbalance, and we might scoop here pretty soon. Banning fetches in OG duels from Commander, I think would make the format approachable. Would also make Modern and Legacy cheaper as demand would plummet. I don't know if I think that would make the format better. So, like, OG duels, yeah, they're ridiculously expensive because of the reserve list, but they're just not that good. I mean, they are good, but they're not good like Wheel of Fortune or something. Wheel of Fortune, that bothers me like crazy. Like, Wheel of Fortune being $200, that's a hugely negative thing for the format. Like, that is really, really bad. On the other hand, the original duels, you don't really have to play them. Like, I know that's kind of sometimes a lackluster argument, but in Commander, they're really so little of a difference between that and like a Shockland or something. So I don't know. Fetch lands, they just need to reprint them more aggressively, I would say. Yeah, opponent gets to play. I think this is I would say a pretty big failing of companions that makes me think, really. All right, so opponent 2 Terminuses in a row. And I know Wizards will not like to hear this, but I feel like Wizards massively misunderstood and evaluated the companion mechanic. So I know I've talked to some people, and one of the arguments I've heard is like, oh well, it's not worth the sideboard slot, basically. Like, for a I think Jingatha was what we were talking about, and the argument was basically, even if it was a free roll, literally free, you don't have to change your deck at all, you don't have to cut any cards, even as a just complete free roll, it's not worth losing a sideboard slot. So I feel like that's how Wizards kind of approached companions, from this baseline of like, oh, they're just not good enough to take up a sideboard slot. So I feel like with Kahira, to me, this feels like a whiff. Like, the flavor of Kahira is, it's this like tribal companion where you're playing this certain tribe so you get this lord. Like, the flavor is that. But the primary way that Kahira sees play is your deck just plays 0 creatures. And if you play 0 creatures, you automatically beat the restriction. My guess is that Wizards didn't think it was worth a sideboard slot. Like, or else you could have worded it like your deck needs to have at least 20 of these creatures or something. So I'm not convinced that Wizards, I mean, and I could be wrong. This is definitely me speculating to some extent and adding things together. But I don't think that Wizards necessarily thought that companions would see play this way, that they were that strong. Because I think it's like that. To me, that's a huge flavor failing. Like Kihira in a creature free deck, that is, to me, that's pretty just like appallingly bad flavor wise. That's definitely not. Oh my god. Can we go to the next game, chat, or do we want to keep? And this is a good example of how good Kihira is. Like, that's gonna protect the Jace. Yeah, we're gonna. I guess we can't scoop. All right, I guess we just pass the turn and keep doing nothing forever. Real question, is Magic now less fun after a year of printed cards, accumulating in companions? So I feel like Standard gets old much faster. Is Standard less fun, period? I don't know if I would say that Standard is just less fun, period. However, I do feel like because of everything that's happened, after you play a matchup like a handful of times, it kind of plays out the same way every time. You see the same busted cards every time. They hit the battlefield on time every time. So I feel like fun overall, I don't think has suffered severely, but I do think that replayability, from my perspective, my personal opinion, is that I do feel like replayability is down a little bit compared to in the past. All right. We will. There's no way we're going to ever resolve anything we need through that Jace. Mero wanted to bust the power level. He tried to make a mechanic, and Mirage was legit crappy companion. People play tested it. I don't think they actually quit. I think it was a little bit hyperbolic, but that is the kind of the moral of the story for sure. Yari-on is the most consistent deck I've seen in Standard in a long time, and it's 80 cards. I do love. Yeah, so I guess you could argue that it's less fun. I guess I could see that argument. But I think, yeah, maybe that does fall under the same heading. What is your favorite set to draft? I actually enjoy Limited. And this is, I'm sure, partly nostalgia, but I would say my 3 favorite sets to draft, Invasion, Planeshift, Apocalypse. That's my favorite old set by a really wide margin. It was like the first multicolor set. And I had some really just cards that I had fun playing with. Rise of the Eldrazi and Innistrad. I will also say that Wizards in general has done a really good job with recent draft formats. Like, in general, recent draft formats have been really good. So I feel like Wizards has been kind of knocking it out of the park, at least in terms of Limited, which is pretty sweet. Jackie Nimble, welcome to the Fishbowl. Dragon's Maze, actually Wall of Chaos. So Moto, back in the semi-old days, they used to do triple small set drafts. So when Dragon's Maze released, they had triple Dragon's Maze. And Dragon Maze is a tiny set. And Dragon's Maze had... Oh, YouTube died. That's awkward. Dragon's Maze had these, I think they were called Gatekeepers. It was a cycle of common creatures that was like, if you have at least 2 gates, I think, when it comes into play, you like gain 7 life, you deal damage to something, and you could, and the like legit strategy in Triple Dragon's Mage was just to like pick every guild gate possible and then pick all of those, because there's only like 100 cards in the set or something, so you get like 20 of them in your deck or something absurd. So even though it's not like a good format, I definitely have some like fond memories of of just like really janky Triple Dragon's Mage drafts. It wasn't a good format by any stretch. It was not something that, but it was kind of novel in its own way and just like funny. So I did kind of enjoy that aspect of it, at least. All right, Triome, go. Miracles. YouTube, is the Goldfish YouTube down, or just like YouTube in general is down? That's sad. Against the Odds went up today. Not a good time for YouTube to die. Well, let's start the milling. Hedron crab. And tap land. Mill ourselves. Rally is usually decent against control because you can cast it at instant speed. It might be worse in a world of force of negation, but that's awkward that YouTube died. How are people going to watch against the odds? Boat it. Passing. I'll play the land. I think we're going to name Wizard. Mill ourselves. Collective brutality. Duress mode. Opponent counters. Well, run out. Viserys here. Ship of the turn. We're still be streaming for a bit. Hey, welcome, Spy Wojo. Hello, hello. Be Hippo. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Wow, so many people coming from YouTube. Do you ever watch streams on YouTube? Yeah, Zach is the biggest Hippo fan. What do you think about YouTube streaming? Is that like a legit thing? Well, go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Kinda regretting playing this Cavern on Wizard and then missing our land drops. Well, I guess in that case we keep playing wizards past the turn. Opponent, if you Jays, I swear, opponent, if you Jays us. YouTube streams aren't as good. YouTube is good. I watched a bit of PewDiePie stream today. I hear that YouTube has minor advantages as far as compression rate. It seems like Twitch is what everyone does, though. I think YouTube streaming is better because you can stop your stream and watch it later. That's kind of cool. Yeah, audience interaction, I think, is the most important part of streaming. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, that's not good for us. Yeah, that's a... Well, it's a blowout. Okay. Untap. Rally is not as good with... Ugh. With this Ashiok out. Well, hit Ashiok. Down to 2. Oh, they're going to flip a Terminus. I know it. Oh, alright, no Terminus yet. Opponent. Ashiok. Exiles a bunch of Zuberas we wanted. Yeah, that's going to make it tough. That's going to make it a lot tough. Do you even beat Ashiok? I mean, it looks like we're going to be able to attack it down. It is definitely obnoxious, for sure. Stitcher Supplier. I'll go to combat. Ashiok. Our bigger problem is just mana. We're just like super not hitting our land drops. And we played this Cavern on Wizard, so now we can't actually cast... We can't actually cast our Zubera and sack them. Ugh. Mill 2 rallies. Aye. Well, they're not lands. That's fine. Another Omen of the Sea. Gotta get that Terminus. YouTube is a bad platform. Yeah, I've never tried streaming on YouTube. The fact that people are so entrenched in Twitch interface means YouTube is always going to have a hard time. Yeah, they are kind of about different things to some extent. All right, let's just keep drawing. Oh, there's a land. So Vern Catacombs. Mill ourselves. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Hit our opponent. Well, we have some chance here. Pass the turn. We do need to find a way to resolve a rally. Ooh, we gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. We gots to go for it. Catacombs. Take a godless shrine. Mill ourselves. They could have force of negation. Oh, it's not even very good. We make our opponent discard 4? Now let's... we still have to go for it. Sack Stitcher Supplier. Mill ourselves. Okay. Triome. Sure. Rally. Well, we gotta try it. Rally X2. Alright. Well, we get dorks temporarily. We mill ourselves. We mill ourselves. There's all of our lands. Opponent gets to scry. So we get to make our opponent discard some cards. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Oh, yeah, if we got Mana Tithe, that would be insanely... That would be insanely bad. Build a 4-color Lurrus deck for Pioneer. Ooh, let me see, Georgiolos. So opponent plays a land. Well, it's time to sack. So we will sack Den Protector. Scry. Sure. Stitcher Supplier. Mill ourselves. Stitcher's Supplier. Mill ourselves. Can we get a win? Okay, so scry and scry. Land bottom. The Ghost of Deck faded for the 4th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awkward. Well, okay. Oh, they gotta have a counter in hand, I'm sure. Untap. Upkeep. Unseen Spectre. Hey, what's up? What's good with you? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will sack Hedron Crab. We will sack Hedron Crab. We will sack Ashen Zubera. We will sack Ashen Zubera. So opponent's got to discard 4. But that's not lethal. Well, our creatures go away, so we got to do an upkeep, or they're going to all get exiled, unfortunately. Oh, I wish our rally was uncounterable. So opponent discards Planeswalkers. Hold on to those counters. Watery Grave to the bottom. Opponent discards... Oh, Cryptic and J. Holy, that hand. Assassin's Trophy, bottom. Marsh Flats, bottom. Stitcher Supplier, definitely bottom. Untap. Go to combat. Attack you. Hit you down to 11. What happened to my Scoops sub badge? Ooh. Huh. I will have to check on Seed Spectre. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them not working, but maybe they're not. I don't know why I don't know why the green screen's doing that. We're having probably because I was messing with the settings because people said it was blurry. Oh, we've had all kinds of weird camera stuff tonight. Usually the camera's been pretty good lately. Let me look at it again. All right, less green. We got to be less green. There we go. Less green, hopefully. Look how clear and beautiful. Look at that beard. I guess we passed the turn. Opponent on taps. And passes. We untap. All right, Cavern on Zubera. That's not a bad draw. Mill our opponent. Go to combat. Attack. Uh-oh. Opponent paths. We'll sack it. Bottom. Oh, we don't have anything good left in our deck. Opponent takes 1. Down to 10. We're fighting so hard with the Zubera. Well, we will play red Zubera. And pass the turn. Actually, maybe we play blue Zubera too. We're just going to run out of cards, I think, before we can kill our opponent. Blue Zubera? Keep running them out? Oh, maybe it's the first badge has replaced it. That's possible. Would you consider playing some paper Magic on stream using Zoom, Google, etc.? Maybe, Jonathan. I'm not sure. I've never actually tried to set up a paper stream, so I'm not sure how hard it is. But, possibly. The other problem is I don't have that many paper decks compared to, oh, they're going to kill our sack outlet. I don't have that many paper decks compared to being able to borrow cards on Moto. Well, pass the turn. Opponent passes. Is there any way we actually get to kill them? So many counters. We untap. Go to combat. Attack you. I'm imagining eventually we're going to get milled out. Hit you. Down to 8. Well, you know what we're going to play? It's a Zubera. Zubera, go. Oh boy, have you ever seen me try to shuffle a paper deck? I'm really good at it. Do you ever play with viewers? We do viewer battle streams sometimes, MTGA kids. So yes. I mean, in paper, mostly at like GPs and stuff, Magic Fest. But we do viewer battle streams in digital on occasion, and they're super fun. I don't go to combat. Attack you. Why is our opponent not playing Kahira? We will swing. Opponents to 5. Well, I guess it's Lurrus time. If this resolves, we can win. Eh? Eh? Resolve, please? I feel like putting that cavern... I feel like putting that cavern on Wizard has been... At the time, it felt right, but it has been troubling. We have a couple of carrion feeders in the deck. It is worse than Viserys here, but it is a good backup. It's worse than Viserys here in this deck, I believe. But it is a fine backup. A fine backup sacrifice outlet for our deck. Well, Milia. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Oh, Mystic Sanctuary for Turbidus. Oh, I feel like that should not be allowed. That should not be. Mystic Sanctuary for Miracles is so insane. Oh, hey. How about a 1-mana Wrath? How do you feel about that, opponent? Ugh. Boo. And this lets our opponent leave up. A cryptic command. Well, sure. We untap. We draw more Assassin's Trophies. We pass the turn. I don't think our opponent's ever going to give us a window to resolve our rally, unfortunately. Shame you tapped away so you couldn't trophy to shuffle. Oh, yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, I guess that would be a thing that we could do. Oh, play Marsh Flats. Yeah, maybe it was worth trying to leave up. I was trying to leave up the ability to cast a Zubera uncounterably, but maybe it would have been better to... Opponent's definitely an Archmage's Charm. They keep leaving up 3 mana. How can we possibly resolve Rally? Opponent. Oh, you know what that is. Well, that's a Mystic Sanctuary. Which means it's another Cryptic, or whatever our opponent needs. Well, shuffle our deck. Untap. Play a Zubera. We got so close! So close! Pass the turn. Oh, sweet mother. Celestial Purge. Teferi. Tigs up Teferi. You ever think of putting a shuffle effect instead of using Lutri? Did you ever think of putting in a shuffle effect instead of using Lutri? I don't think a shuffle effect is something that is really necessary for the deck. I think it's just kind of awkward how this match has worked out in specific. Yeah, this one, our opponent's just not going to go shields down. Not going to go shields down. I guess we technically... Well, yeah, I guess we technically mistapped there. We could have left up double white. Well, I mean, we're just going to have to fire it off, but... We've kept waiting. We've waited as long as we can. Oh, we wanted to just do cool Zubera things, but our opponent... Is it worth playing one Beseju? I mean, this style of deck is not super heavily played, and we're normally Rally is normally pretty decent against this style of deck. Our opponents just had the right cards for the matchup. The problem is really Terminus. I think this unique take on control is just like really amazingly set up to be good against our deck. So that's the issue. Our opponent's playing just like a really weird, non-traditional deck, and it lines up really well with our deck. Where if our opponent was playing a more typical control deck, I think that that's a really good matchup, or at least a reasonably good matchup. All right, well, Ashiok's and Terminus is not Zubera's friends. Oh, can you send me your list? Georgios. A reminder before our next round that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Yeah, our opponent they never went shields down. They left it up the whole time. There was nothing we could really do with our opponent just leaving up a counter spell forever. We've had this happen a few times too. Oh, jeez. All right. One land, not helpful. Hey, what's up, Iron Dan? How are you? Well, going to 5. Okay, we will keep. Zubera bottom. Not good though. 5 cards is not a high number. We do have Lurrus, so I guess it's kind of a mold to 6, but still, not encouraging start. Godless Rite, go. Ooh, the Lurrus value deck looks fun. There are a lot of powerful cheap creatures for sure. How has Chevelle been? Has that actually been a card that you found to be effective? Yeah, let's just take the Triome. Play Viserys here. Go. That looks sweet though. Any insight in why Card Kingdom stock is lower than usual? I don't have any inside information, but I would assume it would be because of all the pandemic stuff. Seems like a safe bet. We're gonna get Scape Shift. Yeah, Cigar Tribe, Elder, opponent passes. Well, Zubera. Lands! We need more cards. We don't have enough. Yeah, they've not been able to ship stuff because of all the lockdown coronavirus stuff. So I think that is probably what is making the stock weird. Evolutionary Leap's always been a card I really liked. I think Evolutionary Leap, that's one of those cards that it feels like sooner or later someone's going to do something really powerful with it. Explore, opponent's going to ramp on. Island, Misty Rainforest, cracks it. Have you considered remaking Renegade Railier combo now that Fiend Artisan was printed? Ooh, that sounds sweet. Alright, Dryad. Things are getting worse, so this puts us to maybe dead next turn? Yeah. We could have cleaned out our opponent's hand if we had mana, but well, alright. Kill us. Renegade Artisan combo. Yeah, that could be a fun one to revisit. So, alright, Summoner's Pact, Primeval Titan, Million Zombies, Scape Shift, sure. Sure. Yeah, Multi 5 is definitely tough. Just not much as far as resources in a vacuum. Yeah, it could be a fun deck to revisit. We don't have much that's... I don't even know if we change much of anything, honestly. We can bring in Path. The problem is, by the time our opponent... resolves something, we're pretty much just dead. Like, Primeval Titan is pretty much just lethal right away. Can you explain the deck again? It's a janky against the odds style deck where the best game that we've had with it, the best match we had with it, was actually our first one. So if you're here for the first match, oh, not like this. If you're here for the first match, you actually got to kind of see the deck in action more or less. But the idea is there's these weird creatures from Kamigawa called Zuberas. There's a cycle of them. They're all 2-mana 1/2s. They all have an ability that triggers when they die equal to the number of Zuberas that have died in the turn. So the main idea of the deck is to, like, Emberfish Zubera, I guess, is the finisher, quote unquote. We will put Temple Garden to the bottom. So that's basically the finisher. So we want to get Zuberas on the battlefield. The fastest and easiest way is to get them in the graveyard and then reanimate them with Rally the Ancestors or Return to the Ranks. And then we can sack them all and get a whole bunch of triggers. It's definitely super sweet when it goes off, but we've been doing a lot of mulliganing and getting controlled out the last couple games. Lexus Rod, welcome to the Visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, seems like Evolutionary Leap could be sweet in that deck, George. So yeah, it's definitely I mean, Zuberas are definitely an against the odds tribe for sure. Well, all right, opponent has Dismember. Not good. That's a rally, but we are rally far away from casting it, unfortunately. I'll take a Triome. Play Carrion Feeder. These mulligans killing us. For how long do you think the companions will exist in Modern? Is it worth investing in the meta? It's really tough to say what Wizards is gonna do. I imagine that at least it's really tough to say. I imagine at least the best of them have to get banned soon. Like, Lurrus, I can't imagine survives. We have the, like, competing pressure where I feel like Wizards wants to keep them around to sell Ikoria. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I imagine, at a minimum, I can't imagine Lurrus sticking around. And if people actually are not playing Magic the way they're saying they're not playing Magic because of companions, then it seems pretty likely that they're going to have to do something more than that too. Cauldron Haze giving persists each creature you choose, giving you massive Zubera trigger. Have you tried it? I have not tried Cauldron Haze. Normally, I think what I've found is if we can get a bunch of Zuberas going, we're pretty much going to win anyway. The problem is when we don't get Zuberas going. So I think while that could make the combo turns even more spectacular, once we get the engine going, we pretty much win those games anyway. The problem is not being able to get the engine going. Like this game, if we could have had... opponent's just going off. If we could have had that Hedron crab to keep filling our graveyard, that would have looked a lot different. Lurrus decks are just the meta. So, okay, opponent. I'm gonna finish it with a sure. Well, I mean, I guess they just killed us on turn 3 every game, or turn 4, so at least it was quick. Alright, one more try for Zubera. Our first game was so good, but I mean, we are playing Zubera, so you don't jump into a Modern League with Zubera with the expectation that you're going to win a lot. You're jumping into it with the expectation that hopefully you do really sweet things once in a while. Sadly, our really sweet things came in the first game, and it seems like not everyone was here for the first game, or our first match where we just crushed humans and like went so crazy. So hopefully this final match of the Zubera League will be equally spectacular. Uh, could you wish my brother a happy birthday? His name is Joe, and we're huge fans of the stream. Well, Snake, of course, man. We have also, I think, I mean, this is not an excuse, but we have also had 0-1 land starting hands the last every game of the last 3 matches. So we have just we have not been able to. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go back to mulliganing to 5 again. So we also have had a bit of unfortunate luck too. Not that we'd be 4-0 or anything, but we haven't been able to cast many magic cards. Well, Zubera bottom, Zubera bottom. All right. Bonnet playing a Yari-on deck. Sure. We need Zubera. I want more Zuberas. More Zuberas would be sweet. Zuberas and Pioneer would also be sweet. The last years have shown me that Magic is headed towards a different gameplay like Hearthstone. As a 12-year Magic player, it's super frustrating. There are reasons I like Magic and not Hearthstone. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of feel like that's part of the plan to go a more Hearthstonian direction. I mean, I assume Wizards thinks that is the best plan, and maybe it is. Like, maybe it'll bring in a ton of Hearthstone players, and Magic will have even more players than before. But I definitely can feel your frustration as someone who's been playing for a long time. I think I have had similar feelings sometimes where it's like, these changes are. I don't want to even say they're bad always necessarily, but they're changes that are just not designed for the enfranchised player who's been playing for 10 years, 20 years. They're changes that are definitely designed to try to bring in new players, primarily like Hearthstone players, other digital players. So we'll see how it works out in the end. But I definitely understand what you're saying. As someone who's been playing for a long time, I have definitely had similar feelings with some like cards and rule changes and stuff. Where like, yeah, like this seems like they're going for the Hearthstone crowd now. But maybe it'll be for the best. Maybe Magic will grow and boom because of it. What is the most broken thing in Magic and why is it companions? Now that you mention that, I actually might have made a video about that just a couple days ago. I do think that the companions, that video is not really me being hyperbolic. Like, I really think you can argue that. I mean, you could definitely argue Storm or Dredge. Like, I definitely get that. So there are arguments for other cards, but I definitely think there's at least an argument that companions are the worst mechanic of all time. The best argument I've heard, at least about Lurrus, is people are mad about a card that dies to removal when there are instant speed combos in the format. The thing about Lurrus is, and the thing about the good companions in general, Yari-on is another one. But the thing about those cards is, we will just play Ashen Skin Zubera. This isn't looking great though. Opponent's gonna start drawing lots of cards here. We did mull to 5 again. Always with 5 cards every time. The thing with Yari-on and Lurrus, which are probably the 2 best companions outside of Standard, and Karuga, which is another good one in a specific deck in Standard, and Garuda, I guess, is another one that sees top tier play in other formats, even though the hype has definitely died down in Standard. But all of those are cards that essentially immediately generate card advantage. So I think, like, if you're not playing a companion and your opponent plays Lurrus, and then they Mishra's Bauble and draw an extra card with Mishra's Bauble, even if you immediately, like, Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push, you essentially got 2 for 0. Your opponent cast a bonus card that drew them another card, and you spent one of your non-bonus cards to kill it. So even though you can kill it, you're just is such a, you're so far behind. And you definitely, if you've played against Yari-on a few times, we're going to see a good example of this here, even though we have a companion. But this Yari-on next turn is seeming likely to be a million for one. Like, opponent can, worst case, blink Astrolabe and Wall of Blossoms. Oh, please give us a land. All right, we get a land. We mill a Zubera. We're actually not that far away from doing things. We'll take Polluted Delta. Play Polluted Delta. Get in. Hit ya. Do we get in? Yeah, let's pass the turn. I mean, we have the rally. So when this Yari-on comes down, it's going to draw, like, at least 2 cards. And by the time it really comes down, maybe more. Yeah, it's kind of, our creatures are kind of keeping our opponent at bay a little bit. The Soul Herder is going to get big once they Yari-on, though. Ooh, oh no. Oh, well, we gotta deal with this, because this will get a combo that kills us. Beast, how do we deal with this? Our problem is we don't have enough Zuberas. We can... We only have 3 Zuberas right now. These mulligans, opponent. Passing. Blinking. Drawing. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough Zuberas. We need more in the graveyard. We'll grab a Triome. Don't make companions, just delete the companion mechanic. Yeah, that would actually be one of my... And I think companions are fine for a standard. We talk about this... we've talked about this a lot, but it's a hot topic. But I think in older formats, I would also just, like, ban his companion. I think that would be my preferred solution. Just, like, you can play him in your main decks. I think, like, Lurrus would still be a good main deck card. Yari-on, I would still play in main decks. And I think it would maybe show up in decks in small numbers in main decks. So I think Garuda I could still see playing in main decks. So I think you could ban them as companions and still have them exist and potentially be pretty good. So we can rally, but it's not a game-winning rally. I mean, I think if they kill us, they kill us. I think what we gotta do is... I think we just have to play Lurrus. Lurrus lets us recast Visceraseer. And this lets us add Stitcher Supplier to fill our graveyard and potentially double up our Zuberas next turn. I mean, and maybe Disrupted combo. We can kill a Kiki with Ember Fist Zubera. Well, we'll see. Next turn, I think there's a chance we can win. There's a shot. We'll see what happens. Do we get a turn? Does our opponent have a counter? Yeah, Yari-on Fires is good. Garuga Fires is pretty good, too. I'm kind of surprised how much people hate Planeswalkers recently, some people. I mean, I think my opinion on Planeswalkers is... It's hard for me to see the whole mechanic as being bad. Like, I think Planeswalkers has been a positive for the game. Some Planeswalkers have certainly been overpowered. Oh, man. Zubera's going to save us, I think. So, opponent gets Resto. Sure. Blinks Wall of Blossoms. Yeah. Unless our opponent has Path in hand, then they get us. Kiki. Okay, so now we have to Viscera Seer, sack Ashen Zubera. Ooh, Zuberas saving us. Sack Emberfist Zubera. Kill Kiki. Not dead yet. Not dead yet, you dirty combo. Dead yet. Alright, yeah. Well, Ephemerate does do it. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, if they got Ephemerate, there's nothing we can do. Alright, let's not mull to 5 for once. Just once. I swear it's been 4, 5, 6 games in a row that we've mulled to 5, so it would be sweet if we did not do that for once. I would personally find it sweet at least. Oh, so the next turn was going to be insane too. But opponent, they had the one of fun of Kiki Jiki in hand, and it worked out. I hate the uncommon and rare planeswalkers. I used to feel so momentum when That is actually, well, we also had Zubera, many Zubera Dark Rider. That's actually interesting feedback that I hadn't really thought of, Sarfix. That printing a whole bunch of lower rarity planeswalkers. Okay, I could see that. Makes the mythic runs less exciting. I don't think I've experienced that personally, but I can see what you're saying for sure. Zuberas get one more shot, and then we'll do some hammering before the stream ends. Assuming the last game or two of this match doesn't take an hour or something. Also, static ability on Walker should be reserved for rares mythics. I would love to try not mulling to 5. We've had, I mean, maybe we have 20 lands. Our deck kind of tops out. We have 20 lands, Satyr Wayfinder. We kind of need to get to 4 mana eventually for Rally, but everything else is 1 or 2 mana. We've just had constantly like 1 or 0 land opening hands, which I think... did we play Pauper Zuberas a long time ago? I can't remember. I know we talked about the deck, but I don't know if we actually played it. That could be fun. How is Pauper these days? I haven't actually played Pauper in quite a minute. I feel like we did. I was thinking about the other day. This kind of blew my mind. So think of the typical week as far as content and streams. So Sunday night is Much Brew, constructed deck. Monday is Budget Magic, that's a constructed deck. Wednesday is Against Odds, that's a constructed deck. And then we typically do streams Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, almost always playing constructed decks. And then there's occasionally like a Legacy video, playing Pauper. There's also Commander Clash. I try really hard not to duplicate decks. I know sometimes it happens. We like play something in video and then on stream later, but I think I probably play close to 400 constructed decks a year. That's insane. Well, I wasn't even meaning that. Like, it just, the amount of decks we play. I had never really thought of it in that sense before. Like, I mean, I think I play about 7 decks a week if you count Commander Clash. In some weeks it's 8 because there's like an extra video. And sometimes we play 2 decks in a stream. That's so crazy. I wonder, so what do you think about this? This is something I was thinking about. That I was thinking about because, we're not mulliganing this hand. I was thinking about it because of, the Lightning Plains is super sweet. I was thinking about, because of the decks we played, what if we had a goal? This would require playing some tier decks, but what if we had a goal that when a new standard set releases, we try to play literally every deck, quite literally every deck in the format. Like every archetype. We can't play every, like, oh, they changed a couple cards, but like every deck archetype in the format. I think we could actually do that. Like literally have played every single thing. That seems like that could be kind of sweet. It would be fun to kind of do for like Modern too. Well, I think what gets left off the list that we don't do is the more like meta decks. I think we play every under the radar deck and every like tier 2 or tier 3 deck. But I wonder, like, looking at Modern, there's a lot of them. Like, I don't think in like 5 years, I don't think we've ever just played Jund. I don't think we've ever played Amulet Titan or a Amulet deck. Definitely never played traditional Tron decks. Haven't played, I don't think we've ever played Ad Nauseam. There's a lot of like top tier decks. I wonder if that would have value. Like, do you think there's value to having that out there? I wouldn't want to play them all the time, but I wonder if it would be worth like having a video of those decks on the YouTube channel or something when people ask about it. How not to play Amulet Titan. watch us punt. Let's see. This makes white. We got lots of black. Cavern's fine. I guess we can take basically anything. I guess it does have. Well, let's take a swamp and just start milling ourselves. So get a swamp. Stitcher Supplier, mill ourselves. Stitcher Supplier, mill ourselves. There's all of our reanimation. Alright. No Zuberas, not a single one. Well, pass the turn. Meta videos could be instructional or video analysis. Filthy Mago, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Meta videos could be instructional video games or like analysis slots instead of playing games. That could be interesting. I began when you were playing both Hagak and Wurza at the release of Modern Horizons 1. That's true. We definitely have played some. Point is, Seth never plays top tier meta decks, but he's speaking on behalf of companions as a viable mechanic. The dude is cool, but he hasn't really played top tier meta. Base his opinion off that. Well, at the same time, SG, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I've never played like traditional Tron, and I could name off every single card in a Tron deck and tell you exactly how it works. So I think if you play against a deck enough times, I don't think you necessarily have to have played, like, you don't have to play Lurrus Bird to know what it does and how good it is, because you've probably played against Lurrus Bird like 50% of your league matches since it came out or something. So I don't think not having played a specific deck means that your opinion of it is any less valid. How static is your Moto collection? Like, to maintain a concept pool format staples, you're constantly liquidating, trading, renting to make your decks. So, Gregos, in the early days, I used to, before loan programs, I did a lot of, like, buying a deck, selling the deck to buy the next deck. But now my collection has become pretty stable, which is nice, because I just fill in with the loan program for cards that I don't have. So that's become my go-to strategy now. And now it's mostly, I've been trying to trade cards that I don't really need or that I can easily get from loan programs and get kind of like special cards. Like, you can't really easily loan like the promo art triomes. So I've kind of shifted gears in my collection to like getting original printings of stuff, promo printings that I like that have cool art. So that's kind of been the focus of my collection recently. Do I continually clean my beard? Not really. Not any more than anything else, if that makes sense. Like, I take showers and like wash my hair and stuff, and I wash my beard then. But I don't clean my beard any more frequently than the rest of my body. I do like I do like stroke it and play with it all the time, but I don't really think it's not to clean it. It's just because if you have a beard, it's fun to it's fun to play with. That is one of the biggest reasons to have a beard, honestly. Let's get in with these Stitcher suppliers. Ooh, beard shampoo sponsor. That could be a beard sponsor would be sweet. Can you give us a rundown of the basic land arts? Oh, yes. So this is Odyssey. These are actually both Odysseys. The artists I'm not super familiar with. Arnie Sweckel and Eric Peterson. I think they're both good ones. This is one of my favorite planes. The lightning planes. I like lands that have a unique aspect to them. And lightning and what appears to be, is that a person standing under a tree in a lightning storm? That's really unique. You don't usually get things like that on planes, so but yeah, I do like the lightning planes. That is a good one. And the swamp looks nice too. I wouldn't say this is like one of my top tier swamps. I just hadn't played this one in a while, so, and I like it. But it's not like, I think this would be, you know what I'm gonna have to do a video of is just my favorite basic land arts, because I consider myself to some extent a connoisseur of basic lands, but five basics of each basic land type seems like it could be a really fun video. Alright, opponent's gonna kill Lurrus, or exile Lurrus. And Birds of Paradise. Sure. Well, we need to find a rally. Lauren, what is your top tier lands, chat? Well, Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. Cavern. On, I guess, Zubera. Mill some cards. Ooh, another rally. And yeah. Okay. Pass the turn. Oh, we might be dying here. I haven't drawn many Zuberas. We've milled many of our rallies and have not drawn many Zuberas. Mirrodin Steel Plains, Theros Snowlands. The only thing is, if I did do that video, I know I would be very biased to old borders. I don't think I would have to get over that, because I have a very heavy bias towards old border basic lands. So it'd be easy for me to discount anything with a new border just because of the border, even if the art was sweet. Maybe I would make it specifically old bordered basics. Like, just make that clear from the beginning. And then it could be like 2 videos. Mirage is my number one. If I had to pick one set and only play that set's basic lands for the rest of my time playing Magic, it would definitely be Mirage. Not even a doubt. It would just like 100% be Mirage. Do we want to sack our board? Opponent's probably going to Yari-on. We'll wait one more turn. Alright, Satyr Wayfinder. Oh, no! Ugh. Okay, so we have one rally left in our deck. A single rally. Windswept Heath. Mill ourselves. Okay, there's Den Protector. Windswept Heath. Godless Shrine. Tapped. Do we even keep milling ourselves? 1 Zubera, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mill our opponent. Viserys here. Pass the turd. Pass the turd. One is a return to the ranks. We have two. I think I sideboarded out one, I believe, but we have 2 return to the ranks and 4 rallies. So we technically have 6 altogether. Opponent's gonna draw a card. I think this turn we're going to sack our board. Ace Mundele, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Hope your day's going better than mine because my grandpa passed away and all keeping me together at the moment. So I hope this stuff get a bit of joy. Everyone's deserving it. Deserving of it. Ace Mundele, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. Well, thoughts with you, Ace. Hopefully you're doing all right, all things considered. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's super hard. And welcome back to the Fishbowl, of course. Yeah, Sunflower Plains is another really good one that I like. Well, opponent is going to draw many cards. This is a good example of Yari-on's card advantage. It's not an 8th card in hand. It is your 8th card and your 9th, 10th, 11th card. 12th card, which is actually like your 13th and 14th card. So yeah, it is a lot of card advantage. Well, this is it. We're not surviving. Opponent just drew a new hand. We're not surviving. This is where we got to go for it. So we will sacrifice a Satyr Wayfinder, Scry. 1 rally left. We don't want the Hedron Crab. This is our turn, if it's going to work. Stitcher Supplier. Please don't mill our rally. Okay. Scry. Hedron Crab bottom. Ugh. Stitcher Supplier. We're going to... Oh, I'm so afraid of milling it. It's so bad if it gets milled. God dang it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. All right. Well, yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, now I don't think there's a way we can win. We just milled all of our combo pieces. It's a land. Oh, Zubera. They're all gone. We milled 4 rallies of Return to the Ranks, and the last Return to the Ranks is in the sideboard. So we had 5 in our deck, and 5 are in the graveyard, and our Den Protector's in the graveyard, which is our way to get it back, and our Lurrus is exiled, which is our way to get back our Den Protector. So there's not any way. So Zubera, they're fun. So I will say, Zubera, obviously, it's a janky against the odds tribe. So going into playing Zubera, the plan was to do some cool things and probably lose a lot more than we won. We did some cool things. Unfortunately, the cool things came in our first match, and a lot of people didn't get to see the cool things. So you should watch the replay YouTube, I would say, at least the first match. So it's obviously not super competitive. It is semi-competitive, and we did run really poorly just with our opening hands. We mulled to 5 almost every game for our last 3 matches, so we were starting at some big disadvantages, and when you're already playing a janky tribe, mulling to 5 every time is definitely really tough to do the cool things. So, I swore once in a video a long time ago. I under my breath when Moto froze up, and I didn't even realize it. This was back when I first started making videos. But yeah, one time and people noticed it. Hey, welcome that one guy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Noxious Revival, maybe. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's just bad luck. We have 6 of our combo Ps and Den Protector, and Lurrus to get back Den Protector. I think it's enough redundancy. I think it's just unfortunate. So, well, all right. We are. Oh, maybe we wait and hammer time in the future. I feel like that league went a lot longer than I thought, so I feel like if we jump into it, we're probably just gonna do like a match. And the updated version of the deck with Lurrus does seem sweet, so maybe we just hammer time for one of next week's streams. That might be the better way to do it. We could Momir. We could close to the game of Momir. The only thing is, last time we tried to do Momir, no one actually challenged me. So I'm down to do a game of Momir, but someone's actually got to challenge me. So if you would like to Momir, send me a challenge. I think we will just wait and we will do updated hammer time for one of our upcoming streams, because I think the deck is sweet enough that it deserves more than just a one match 2-player queue. Like, I think it's sweet enough that we can do a whole league with it. So if you would like to do a Momir match to wrap up the stream tonight, challenge me and I will battle you. Hey, what's up, Stally Sal? How are you? And we haven't played Momir in a long time, so it's good. It's good to get in some Momir once in a while. So upcoming stream stuff, the pizza stream will be coming. The music stream is also in the works, so those will be coming. Hammer time stream will be coming. It has been too long. It's good to Momir once in a while, and it's fun. I heard the avatar is like 50 cents now. So, I mean, you still have to get a Moto account and whatnot. But if you have a Moto account, it used to be like $10 or $12. But someone just told me that it was super cheap now, like almost free. All right, Momir time. Is there a way to set up a custom match on Moto so both players start with Sovereign Realm Conspiracy? Sorry, Redfish. Hang on. We'll see how long this game goes, Redfish. If we get to do another one, we can do it again. But you got beat out just barely by Dreams of Ashiok. Well, we will keep. I don't believe there is a way to do a conspiracy, a match where both players start with a conspiracy. I'm not actually even 100% sure if conspiracies are around at all. This is another good swamp. I really like it has a nice flower. Yeah, we'll see how long this game goes, Redfish. If there is time for another match, we'll try to do it. Let's make it 2-drop, see what we hit. You never know with Momir. Sometimes Momir matches are over 10 minutes. Sometimes they go on for an hour. Hey, see, Archburglar Lord, we will be back on Monday. So Momir, I forgot, it's been a while since we Momir. So Momir is, and I did pull up your deck, Turtle Vote. I'll look at it in just a minute. So Momir is a really random format. The idea of Momir is you start at 24 life. Your entire deck is basic lands, and you get to start with this avatar on the battlefield, the Momir Vig avatar, which says, once each turn, you can pay X mana, discard a card, which will be a basic land, because that's your entire deck, and you get a token copy of a random creature of that converted mana cost. So, for example, we're going to play Mountain. We're going to activate Momir, pay 3 mana, we will discard a basic plains, and we will get a random 3-drop, which is Eidolon of Rhetoric. So basically the format is only creatures, and they're random creatures, so it's mostly about like combat math, and it's a great way to just find weird old creatures that you haven't seen in a long time, like opponent, random 4-drop. Oh, that's not, that's actually a smidge frightening. That is That is a 7/7 flyer. That is, we're probably going to lose to Desecration Demon. Hey, yeah. Garuda Midrange. Yeah, discard a planes. Make a 4. Can it beat a Desecration Demon? Goat Beast! Okay. The battering Craighorn. I don't think that stops Desecration Demon. Maybe we'll have to go tribal sometime. The Garuda mid-range deck looks pretty fun. It definitely has a lot of powerful creatures. I might want a little bit more ramp. I think the main thing... Oh, they're going to just kill us with this Desecration Demon. The main thing I'd be worried about is just getting run over. If you don't draw Paradise Druid, you don't really do much until 4 mana, so that would be a concern. But it looks fun and looks like it's got a lot of powerful stuff. Ogre Enforcer can't be destroyed by lethal damage unless lethal damage is dealt by a single source. All right. Okay, sure. Let's play a Swamp. Oh, you're right. We didn't need to sacrifice there. Yeah. Okay. It's been a while since we've had to play against a Desecration Demon. That's definitely a pun. Ooh, Nethroi. Nethroi might be able to sort of race. Opponent, Desecration Demon, sure. Yeah, I wanted to sacrifice the creature that was dealing us damage, but we should have waited. We should have waited one more turn. You are very correct. Opponent. Ooh, boy, all the big flyers. Okay, sure. Well, Eidolon, your turn. So we're gonna need an even bigger flyer. Oh, Ogre Enforcer, trying to figure it out. I don't think this works the way that you think. I mean, you are sending a message, Dreams of Ashiok, but I will take the life gain and kill your creature. they said send a message in chat, but I'm not sure what the message is. Ooh, rat catcher. All right, we can start tutoring up some rats. Well, Nethroi, save us. Save us, Nethroi. Your only hope. Goat Tribal is what me and my friends called OG Mono Red Prison because of Trading Post. I can see that. Trading Post does make goats. Arcbound Lancer. I also think Modular was such a cool mechanic. That was back when I first started playing, and it was before I realized, because I was just playing casually, so I didn't know that Affinity was like ruining Standard and all this stuff. I didn't know what Standard was. It was just Magic cards. So I used to think that cards like this, oh, like that, it's so cool. It's like the counters move around. Little did I know how busted it really was. I made this Vanifar Creature stack. Ew. That is a interesting combination of words. Vanifar stacks. That actually, that looks like it's pretty sweet. Got the combo finish, Yamori. Wait, what are we getting? When Kray's Firecracker enters the battlefield, flip a coin until you lose a flip. Put a counter on it for each flip you want. Okay. Well, I don't know why I expect anything different. We never win coin flips, so that's we get a 7-mana 4/4. Firecat's not that crazy. Opponent gonna make an 8. It is Scar Goliath. Ugh. Yeah. Well, alright. Craighorn. I don't know how we get out of this. Our opponent even gave us like 10 free life by making that attack. Sure. I feel that was like a pity attack into our Nethroi, and we're still getting crushed. Is that a Homelands card? I think it's Torment. Yeah, it's a Firecat is a Torment card. It's not even that old. Oh, Sisters of the Stone Death. Sisters is fine, but not gonna be good enough here. The Greater Foe, we're gonna need Bounce Kraken. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it. Makes it 8. It is. Oh! 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 Saved by the Denizen. Yes! Oh, it's a miracle. It's a miracle from the deep. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. We will take it. Back in it. We're back in it. Denizen of the Deep is so brutal. Just like gotta pick up all your own stuff. The Bounce Kraken is fine because it hits both players. It's actually pretty good, but Denizen, oh dear. Oh, that is so tough. Oh, pass the turn. Has anyone ever played Momir and Paper? I've seen pictures of people who have figured out how to do it, but has anyone here actually built a way to do it? Ooh, Tidal Force. All right, opponent. Our creatures are so bad that our opponent bounced their board, and I'm still not even sure they're that disfavored, or even disfavored at all. Like, they're probably slightly behind, but their creatures are bigger, so we're not doing anything, and they get to start tapping us. Momir and Paper can be fun. So, Momir, these avatars, there's actually a bunch of these avatars. They were actually printed in paper back in the late 90s. So that is how it started, with this series of avatars being printed. Momir is the one that is caught on the most. There's also the other probably second most popular avatar or Vanguard format is Mojo Stow, which is Momir, which is a creature one we're playing now. Stonehewer Giant, which I think it's when a creature comes into play, you get a random equipment. And then Joyra, which lets you choose between 3 random spells. So yeah, you can actually get them in paper. Couldn't you click on a random card and gather to hit a creature, then proxy that creature? That'd be one way to do it. The most common way that I have seen people do Momir and Paper is to kind of do it like a cube. Like, say you want to play Momir with your friends. You take and like get a deck box and fill it with 1-drops. And then another deck box, or just make a pile of cards. And fill it with 2-drops, 3-drops, all the way up the list. You could do it like Pauper style if you wanted to, although hitting rares is kind of fun. But you could play it like Pauper if you wanted to avoid the more expensive cards. But that's how I've mostly seen people, is essentially have a deck for each converted mana cost. And then when that converted mana cost comes up, you just get the top card out of that converted mana cost deck, essentially. So it would be kind of like building a cube where you would need a decent amount of cards. But once you get going, it should work fine. I think you do need bad creatures. You could, if you wanted to, you could get rid of like the auto-lose creatures. Yeah, I don't even think it would be that hard. And it would feel different, especially if you had at least like 100 different creatures or something of each converted mana cost. It would feel pretty different every time you played it. I could see it. Oh, yes. Opponents hit 2 of the worst 8-drops. We just keep hitting normally, like, not very good creatures, but opponent, they keep hitting really good creatures, and then just, like, actively the worst creatures you could hit. A Crow and Legionnaire, just, why did they make cards so bad back in the day? 8 mana, 8/4, so stats are already not very good. Except for creatures named a Crow and Legionnaire and artifact creatures, creatures you control can't attack. So picture, okay, let's pull up a card here. Let's talk about how Magic has changed. Let's talk about this real quick. So that is a rare creature from the early days of Magic. The white the white 1-drop that was an 8/4 had to have this massive drawback where it basically makes your entire team not attack. Now, let's look at a more recent white 8-drop. Zetopal Primal Dawn. 8 mana, 4/8, but with double strike, so it's essentially 8 mana, 8/8, with flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. They were both rares. That's how much creatures have evolved and developed over the past 27 years of Magic. Like, that's insane. That's insane how much, like, then they had to give the 8/4 a huge drawback. Now they have to give the 4/8 with double strike 5 other abilities, including indestructible, trample, and vigilance and flying, and it didn't even really see play. Like, I know there's some, like, Soul Flayer decks that play it, but it's not like that was even a stable card or anything. It's really crazy. It's really crazy how much it has changed. Well, actually, do we want to... Maybe we make a 7. Actually, no, we're going to make a land drop. We want to get out away from this Sanguine Praetor, which can sack the Legionnaire and blow up all the 8-drops. Oh, no, we killed ourselves. Oh. No, we didn't. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. So opponent's going to tap our stuff. If they sack the Legion, they kill all their stuff too, so that's fine. That's fine. So our Zubera League went longer than we thought. So Hammer Time is coming up for one of our streams next week. We didn't actually get to it. I thought that our Zubera League would go quicker, but it actually ended up going pretty long. So because we didn't have enough time, we're just gonna do a full Hammer Time stream next week. The one time I played Momir, I had a person in a long box of cards, all foil up to like 7 CMC. Yeah, that would work too. Ooh, Polyraptor. Okay, sure. Opponent's gonna tap our stuff. This has developed into a really grindy game of Momir somehow. Well, let's make a Titanothrax. Alright, it's 11/11. What do we do about a Polyraptor that's going to keep making more Polyraptors until we die? Deathcloud is one of my favorite cards. I do like Deathcloud a lot. Can you make a Pauper video? Alright, that's a good question for the chat. How many of you want to see more Pauper videos? Oh boy, Dinosaur Tribal. Alright, that's hasty. Are we dead? We are dead. Oh, I guess we're not dead. Well, we'll block and block. This Tidal Force is obnoxious. Like, Penny Dreadful. Maybe I'll have to put more. So the thing for me, so every week we have, like, Against Odds, Budget Magic, Much Brew. Those are usually standard Modern, occasionally Legacy. Kind of the question is what to prioritize when I get a chance to do an extra video, an extra gameplay video. So the question, do you want to see Pauper is probably not the best way to put the question, because I think most people are going to say yes, because more videos are better than less videos usually. But maybe the better way to put it, if you had to choose between Pauper, Legacy / Vintage, like an Eternal format, and Limited, which of those would you rather me prioritize when I get a chance to play? When I get a chance to play something other than our regular gameplay stuff, out of those options, or another option, if I've seen some people play Penny Dreadful, other options are fine too. I didn't count Modern because Modern shows up in the normal series pretty regularly. I think Modern is actually the format that we play the most outside of set releases. In Pioneer also sees play in the normal videos. Standard, Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Draft, Vintage, Pauper, or Pauper, Vintage in that order. Cube. Yeah, Cube is sweet, but it's kind of dependent on. Ooh, that's annoying. It's kind of dependent on when Cube is up on Magic Online. So we're a little bit dependent on Magic Online schedule for that one. Rotating series of Pauper with Legacy Vintage. Lots of votes for Legacy. Limited, Legacy Pauper. I mean, they're all sweet formats. Well, all right. We kill Polyraptor, but our opponent gets another Polyraptor. We can make infinite Polyraptors for our opponent. Tabs our stuff. Well, all right. Spin it to win it. We're gonna need a really good 7, or we're dead. Shivan Hellkite. So opponent taps here. And we're probably still dead. Yeah. Tidal Force was pretty impressive. More Seth and Tomer draft streams. I'm sure we'll probably do another Cube draft at some point. Pauper and Legacy share a lot of themes, so swapping them over would be good old Magic, but affordable every other week. That's kind of a good idea, to go back and forth. I mean, they do share themes, but the price is the big difference. Replace Fish 5-0 with Eternal formats. Fish 5-0 is a Crim series though. So that one, my problem isn't there's not enough room on the YouTube channel. It's more me finding the time among all the other stuff to do another deck and video and article. So yeah, like Fish 5-0 or whatever doesn't actually have a meaningful impact on, or any impact on like a Legacy video or something. I don't know if Krim has ever played Legacy, honestly. Whenever it's come up on like the podcast or something, I don't know if he's ever like played a game of it. I actually love Legacy. Every time I play Legacy, I just have so much fun every time. I don't know if I've ever played a Legacy League and been like, man, that sucked. Like that wasn't fun at all. Like every time it's just I have a blast. All right, I think we are finally officially dead. So on to game number 2. That was about as grindy as a Momir game can go. I would love to see more videos like you and Richard made where you took famous decks from different times and put them against each other. Yeah, those are fun. That's something I could definitely see coming back in the future. Mechatire, yeah, Miracle sounds exactly like Krim. I'm surprised he hasn't played the Modern list for something yet. Counterbalance? That is like as Crimmy as Krim can get. You can pay 0 for Momir. It is usually not wise because most of the creatures you can hit are like ornithopters that aren't very good, but you can do it. Yeah, Caleb Gannon. I've seen a couple Caleb Gannon videos. It does seem to play some sweet Pauper decks. Who's the other one whose name I've seen quite a few times on Sweet Pauper decks? Methodical? Lordy. Mana Dorks are about as good as it gets in the Momir format. I think Methodical was the Moto name that I've seen a couple of times with decks from Pauper that I thought were really, really interesting. Momir's still $10? Oh, well, I'm sorry. I've been misinformed. Someone said they got it for like 50 cents, and I didn't actually check it. I just went with that, but apparently that is not the case. I need to get a maybe I need to figure out a way to. That's not very helpful. Maybe I need to figure out a way to get a loner Momir avatar for people. Zuberas store for Pauper. Yeah, I'd have to look at the deck list. I know there was like I think it was blue black Zuberas that I believe we played a while ago, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Storm. Is Caleb the person that plays like just like every variation of Storm? Just any storm that you can possibly storm off with in Pauper. Storm is such a unique mechanic in that sense that Storm players they're just gonna storm. Storm players are just always gonna storm. It doesn't matter if you gotta be like storming with Sprouting Vines or Zubera. Storm players will find a way. They will find a way to kill you with a storm card. Oh, about it. Gallimores. Dross versus Hematite. This Legion Warboss is not nearly as scary in Momir as it is in Standard. It's doing nothing. Pauper Storm could be sweet. It's funny, the Cycling Storm deck is like a thing now, and people are all... I think LSB did a video on it with Song of the Damned, and we played that, like, that's been like an infamous small Japanese tournament style deck for a long time. Like, I remember we played it a long time ago and did deck decks of it, but apparently with the new additions from Ikoria, that it's actually like one of the better decks in Pauper now. Ooh, yeah. Keep the cards, Momir, would be interesting. They would probably charge a lot for that. Icefall Regent. Oh, am I mixing up my Pauper decks? Maybe I am. Sprouting Vines Seismic is all... Yeah, Sprouting Vines isn't Modern legal, though. That makes it a lot harder. We wanted that Mana Dork opponent. I am not pleased with this. Now we're stuck at 7. Ugh. Beginning of opponents... At the beginning of combat on each opponent's turn. Alright, so we get a tapper now. That's something. Hey, see ya, Vidian. We will be back on Monday to have some more fun. Thanks for hanging out. Fairies Band Raider. Alright. Wow, we had a Mana Dork, but I'm still not sure that we're actually winning after hitting a Mana Dork on 2, which is kind of frightening. It sounds like we definitely will get a... You know what? I think we pass. We need to get up to 8. It sounds like we definitely will get a Modern Horizons 2. Are Snowlands legal? I don't believe they are. Are they? Maybe they are. I don't feel like I've ever seen anyone play them. Waste is legal, but no one plays it because it's not worth it. Snow, I guess I'm actually not sure. I assume that if it was, I would see everyone playing them because they're strictly better, essentially, because you could hit something with a snow ability. Why is it only a downside? Isn't it only an upside? Or primarily an upside? But there's also creatures with like snow activated abilities. Maybe it's just that the odds of hitting something with a snow ability are so slim that no one does it. Huh. I'll have to check because I think I would play Snowland. Oh, hoof 'em. This has got to be lethal, right? I mean, our opponent can figure it out, but we are going to swing with everything. Hoof is a good card. Yeah, I mean, Hoof is always lethal. It's just always lethal. Any booster boxes for a noob you'd recommend? Well, Saja, I'd probably go with Ikoria since it's releasing tomorrow. I'll have to. I don't think I can fix it during the stream, especially since we're nearing the end. But I will look into the green screen before our next stream and figure out why it's freaking out. I would probably get Ikoria, Satya. Releasing tomorrow, got the newest cards. Um, it'll be cheap as far as booster boxes go. But I'd probably go with that. I think otherwise, I'd probably go Theros Beyond Death over Throne of Eldraine for the other sets that are in standard. But yeah, I'd probably just go with the newest set, Alpha. I wonder how much Alpha box is. It's got to be, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands. I bet I kind of want to look it up now. Maybe hundreds of thousands is too much, but I bet it's got to be like 50 grand at least. It's probably more than that even. 200. Okay, that sounds. I would guess it was somewhere in that range. Voracious Worm gets big if you gain life, but we haven't gained life. The funny thing is, Fallen Empires in Homelands. Hey, what's up, Wingloo? How are you? Doing good. We're just Momering at the end of our stream tonight. We haven't played Momir in a while, so getting in some Momir action. The funny thing about like Homelands and Fallen Empires is there was a time where I think the EV of those boxes was like literally zero. Ooh, Shadow. Oh, that's so good. Shadow Rats. I don't think I've ever had that in Momir before, but that seems insane. So it's unblockable, and when it deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. That's a little less insane, but still fine. Gonna make this a little interesting. Opponent, Bull Rush Bruiser. When it attacks, if your team controls a warrior, gains first strike. All right. Yeah, I missed the each player. Oh yeah, you'd be buying a house with that money now, minus if you'd bought the 2K box 15 years ago. Or could you imagine if you just bought some of those back in 1993 for whatever the price was then, something incredibly cheap, and just like set them in your closet and forgot about it? It's like there's no way you would have the foresight to do that for the most part. Like, why would you think that you would be able to sell them for, $200,000 27 years later? But if you had somehow done that, you'd be a millionaire. Yeah, I guess it is. So there are some people that have done it. Open boosters would be an example. I actually don't know Open Booster's story. Like, did Open Boosters buy them specifically as an investment? I guess I've never actually heard that part of the story. Like, why Open Boosters has old boosters. Yeah, if you look back, there's definitely some funny stuff where you see like Shivan Dragon being worth as much as like a Moxen or something in some of the old magazines back in the 90s. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's really hilarious how much it's changed. I mean, even I look back now, even in like the last like 10 years from when like 10 or 12 years ago I was selling magic cards, buying collections and selling collections, and some of the cards I sold then, like I would have made so much more money if I just hung on to them. I didn't see it at the time, obviously, and it's not like you can really regret it, but yeah, like if I just hold on to like doubling seasons and random cards, they're worth like 5 times as much or whatever. I bought a TCG player, a foil full art Japanese Yari-on. Ooh, really hope they don't ban it just yet. Just need one companion, right? So decided to bring it out. Yeah, that is one of the nice things about companion is even though they're played great, very heavily, you do only really need one of them because most of them are only played as one-ofs, although you could play them in the main deck. And Yari-on is one that maybe I could see people starting to play a copy in the main deck. I've seen some people talking about it on social media. He lost the box in a move for 20-odd years. That's so crazy. Yeah, both Necro and Lion's Eye Diamond were considered to be horrible cards back at their time. I think that Lion's Eye Diamond in specific was, I believe it was called the worst card in its set. Like, just literally the worst card. And now it's, what, 300 out? Oh, hitting all the discard, but not as good when our opponent's already empty-handed. Can we win this race? 3, 6, 7, 8. Block. Yeah, oh, yeah, opponent can block, huh? Okay. Yeah, we might regret that. So opponent goes to 10, but we don't have lethal next turn. They hit us. And we can't block with our Shadow Dork. Uh-oh. Look up Caleb Gunn and Goblin Storm or Fishelbrand or Zubera Storm. I will have to look up some of the Storm decks. Alright, big attack. Well, we will block and block. Oh, I think we might be dead. Yeah, it's funny how much people missed on Lion's Eye Diamond and Necro too. Necropotence is insanely broken. I think it's partly that just like people's understanding of Magic has gone a long ways. Like, there's no way. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. And we can't block enough because this has Shadow. And good game, Dream of Ashiok, good game. Oh, yeah. Well, that was fun to Momir. We haven't Momired in a while, so. Josh Lee Kwai tells stories of how he used LED as a proxy back in the day. That is LED. That is the story of LED. Well, we got to do some Momir tonight, which is super fun. I'm glad we got a chance to get it in. Podet gonna spin the wheel, the Sporting Six, Razorblade Scarecrow, and I think we're officially dead now. PK, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Ponet gets in. We take it. We can't stop it. Shadow Rat, not as good as we hoped. And good game. Dreams of Ashiok, good game. And on that note, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So, last stream of the week, which means weekend's coming, which means y'all gotta have an awesome weekend, whatever you choose to do. Good game, Ashiok. That was super fun. But quick reminders, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find the old streams. Normal YouTube. If you missed yesterday's or last night's Song of Creation Against Odds, you should check it out. There's a ton of other stuff coming up. We're moderning for Much Brew on Sunday. There's Commander Clash tomorrow. Crim video going up tonight. So keep an eye out for all of that stuff. And one more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some Magic cards. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. You can even grab a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know in your order notes you want one. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Everyone who hung out and donated and subbed and all that stuff. Y'all are amazing. Seriously, I love y'all. It's always a blast to hang out with you. So, oh, green screen. What is up with this green screen tonight? Anyway, we will be back on Monday to have some more fun. Hey, what's up, Trendy? Caught it right at the end. So we'll be back Monday afternoon to have some more fun. So until then, have a great weekend no matter what you're doing. Love life, have fun, all that stuff. And I will see you on Monday.